We are live
against us the entire time.
We are live right now. Later on, we'll take this off. We just gotta lay the hair down. Scalp was dry, but today's gonna be a different live. You're going to see the intelligent side of Tassim Deliza. So right now, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna share the live with our people. Grand Rising, my people, my family. Grand Rising. Be sure to like the live. We finna start this live today. Grand Rising. Let me start sharing this live so I can get our people up in here. Hey, y'all joining fast? Like, dang. Let me start sharing it. There we go. Share it to this right here, and then we're gonna share it to the Discord. Let's get our people up in here. There we go. Share that. We have something that we're going to talk about, because as we go forward in our future, we have to remember this one important thing, and that is to ignore the distractions. We have people who end up joining our lives sometimes. Exactly, everybody's distracted. That's true. That's why they have a lot of our young people like me. I'm 24. A lot of people don't know that I'm 24. FA for president? Who is that? Who is FA? Who is Rod? We will have something different than a president. We're going to get rid of presidents completely. Instead, we're going to replace it with kings and emperors. That is our original way on Planet Key, this planet. Let me share this with the Discord. We got to get more of our people up in here, and then we finna get started. Go, rise the sun? Absolutely. Ride for president. Let me see. Let's get our people up in here. We almost there. Okay? We're going to share the live right here. Boom. Got it on this device. We replacing it with the true gods. Exactly. We are the true gods. That's what they've taken away from us. Almost there. Let me share it in the Discord. If you all are not a part of our Discord community, I need you to get into our Discord community. Let me see. At everyone. Almost there. Okay. There we go. TikTok. Boom. All right, there we go. Now we about to get started. Now we ready. Today we're going to be ignoring the distractions. Yesterday we went live and we had a few of the distractions, and I have to let our people know that we have to learn things from our ancestors. If we're in the process of building, actually, where my list of notes? I had the notes. I'll go get the notes later on. But if we're in the process of building, and we're building something that's going to make our people greater, if we allow outside influences that are against us, they're going to change the entire direction of what we have going forward. That's what they do. We say, motherfuckers, we not Africans. They say, but sir, we're from Kemet. We are Africans. And I asked them, I said, have you been to Africa? They say, no. I said, why the hell not? Since you say that everybody started off over there, motherfucker. They said, this is what they tell me. They say the blind leading the blind. I'm like, what do you mean this the blind leading the blind? I've been to Africa and I've lived there. I've stayed there. I stayed there a whole month. Had a whole house there. So I know, I said, look, divine honor. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. We're going to need some moderators up in here. So I'm going to make you one of the moderators. I'm going to need a moderator up in here because usually when we start these lives, we end up having the cavemen and the cave women. They end up joining our lives. And they're trying to be sneaky. They're like, look, the motherfucker, the Tamaricans, that's what they're calling themselves. They said the black people are waking up. They're waking up. I cannot allow this, please. I'm going to get kicked off the reservation. That's what they're saying. Bro, they're going to kick me off the reservation. I can't allow this. We're in South Dakota. That's what they're saying. They're saying this every day. They're in the comment section. Yes, they're always in the comment section, man. It's crazy. Grand Rising, my sister. Grand Rising, my brothers. Let me see. That's what they do. Thank you for joining the fan club. I appreciate you. Let me see. What are they talking about? What are they talking about right now? Yeah, basically everything that we've been taught has been narrowed down that our entire ancestry, our origin, has started off from a slave in Africa. And that's what they taught us, okay? And me and the family were talking yesterday, and we said we have the ability to rewrite our history. We have the whole ability. I'm making videos in these cavemen. They're like, where does the name Temeri come from? They said, you guys are just making it up. You cannot rewrite history. I said, yes, I can. What you mean I cannot rewrite it? Yes, I can. I can rewrite everything. That's what they did. From Temeri, yes. From Mary. I said the first step that we have to start doing is rewriting every goddamn thing that they done taught us. Because all of that shit was lies. Everything. Why not? Exactly. Why not rewrite it? They done wrote the lie. Why not rewrite it? That's where it starts. That's where it starts. So when we have these Pan-African scholars, and I know this because I came from my parents, both of them, mom and dad, Pan-Africans. Okay, that's why I got my last name. My last name is Deliza. My last name is a South African last name because my parents, before they had their children, before they had us, they changed their names. My dad changed his name and he said, all right, when I have sons, they're going to have the last name Deliza. That's how they get their name. All right, so that's what I'm with. Let me see. We got another one of these cavemen up in here. Look, you don't deserve the ability to talk. Get your ass up out of here. There we go. South Africa is North Africa? It possibly is, absolutely. I'm gonna need a moderator, my sister. We have to start moderating these cavemen from joining our spaces. They're always joining. They think they get that little 2 cents in. You cannot get shit in. We're not gonna let you talk. This is our shit. Let me see. It's our whole space. You can be the mod. Let me make you the mod. I appreciate you. I'm gonna also follow you. Let me see. Moderator. Boom. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's why the gold in Africa is only at the bottom and they flipped it. Yeah, exactly. Let me see. Do we have another one of these cavemen up in here? If we have any other cavemen or cave women who are talking against the message, mute them and block them. Completely. Okay? Just block them. I don't give a damn. Guys, I appreciate it. Block all of them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my sister. We need all of America, Russia, China back. Exactly. Yes, we do. This is our land. Exactly. Okay? And now today, I left my stuff in the room. I'm going to get it later on. We actually have a plan on how we're going to do this. Okay? It'll take some time. It won't be overnight. But we're going to make it happen. My brother, we're going to do a solo live for right now. Later on, we can have guests, but we're just talking right now. Okay? So, what we're going to be talking about specifically is there's going to be a list of things that we need to establish in order to create our own kingdom, our own country. Okay? I want you all to know that many of our ancestors, they are the creators of the kingdoms. And by us being their descendants, we have to create a new kingdom. That's our job. We should not be complaining or gossiping, especially if you're a man. If you are a man, what they have done, if you live in America or Temeri, they have removed our masculinity. Many of us were raised by single mothers, 75% of us. Me included. But I have a different story. I didn't. Some of our fathers were not allowed in the household, but some of our fathers, they passed away at an early age. So my father, he passed away when I was 7, and he was 40. Right? So that is the case for many of us, 75% of us. If we're looking at the statistics, even though I don't even know if they're lying, telling the truth, I don't know. The only important issues are going to get going in our community together and aligned to our mission. Exactly. Exactly. So we must remember, and I'm here to teach you all this, that our ancestors built the kingdom before it was colonized or invaded. Okay? We lived here before it was called the United States of America. They changed the name and they created new maps. That's what they did. They up in the whole studio. Where my pen at? They in the whole studio. They operating on the computer because we had computers at that time. The man's name is Martin Waldmuller. And he said that in order for us to take the kingdom, we have to create a new map. And that's what Martin Waldmuller did. The map at the time, it was in the 1500s. The map said the kingdom of Temeri. And this Caucasian motherfucker said, I'm going to change the name to the United States. That's what he did. He said, I'm changing the name. He changed the name. And 500 years later, you don't see any maps that say the kingdom of Temeri. Only maps that you see is a map that say United States. Only map. And as I'm looking at the maps, I said, I cannot allow this to happen. We cannot allow this. We have a solution. Okay? As men, we were put at the head of the household by our women. I said this. Our women created us, but they created us to lead. Okay? And our job is to lead. So I said this. In the year 2025, we are going to have to create new things. New maps. We have to rebuild the kingdom. That means we have to create new maps. And we have to create a new national anthem. Ain't no goddamn Star Spangled Banner. We not finna sing that no more. We finna replace the whole goddamn song with our own song. And within the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, every single one of our youth, our children, are going to pick up on this new song. And they're going to say, this is my song. This is my song. Do you see what happens when we don't let distractions come into our space? If we get any Pan-Africans, a caveman up in this motherfucker, we block their ass and remove them. We don't need to be arguing, none of that. You see, I appreciate you, my brother, I appreciate you. We have to teach once again. So I have it on me. I have a few things that I'm going to be showing you all because every day we have to start creating something different, okay? We're going to rewrite history completely. We're going to rewrite his story. I'm rewriting the whole shit. I'm rewriting every goddamn thing. Rewrite. I'm like, all right, erase. I'm going to erase that. All right, erasing the whole thing. What did they say? Transatlantic slave trade? Erase it. Erase. All right? And I'm replacing it with the kingdom of Temeri. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be. Okay? We have to empower ourselves once again. Exactly. Thank you. They lied about everything. Exactly. Everything they lied about it. Because I'm asking my mom when I was younger, and I'm asking her all these questions. I said, Mommy, how the hell they get a million? How they get a million Africans, Mommy? Do you know how much a million people is? Thank you so much for the donation, my sister. I want to show you this. I want you all to join our private community. Let me show you. It is a Discord community. You're going to see it right here. Okay? Discord community. It's a little community. This is how we talk amongst each other outside of the lives. Outside of the lives. Yes, we have to reteach about Queen Calafia and how she's the creator of California. Yes, we have to teach that. Okay? They talking about she's a mythical character. What you mean she's mythical, motherfucker? She's real. Looking just like me. Same skin color, everything. See? Same everything. We have to write new books that teach this instead of reading the books that they wrote. I believe we have things to fix this all. Exactly. Give us our story back. Thank you. Be sure to like the live because sometimes we have these cavemen sneaking up into our lives and they try to report it. And they always try to report me for some hate speech. I'm like, motherfucker, this ain't no goddamn hate speech. Your ass came out the caves. What's hateful about that? Hey, ain't no hateful about you coming out the caves. Nothing. There's no hate about that. That's the truth. Rewrite it. Exactly. Yes, we have to rewrite it. Is that my username? Yes, this is my username. I have 2 accounts. This is my name, Tassim Deliza. That is my first and last name. Tassim Deliza. I was born in Decatur, Georgia. Thank you for following me, my family. I appreciate you all. Peace, God. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So let me show you what we're going to do. I'm going to show you the computer real quick because we're working on some things. We got some things that we're working on. And the first step And I talked about this yesterday. I said the first step to rebuild the kingdom is you have to rebuild our children. Rebuild them all. When we were all young, they started us all off young. And they said that we are nothing but a slave. Okay? They instilled that into our conscious mind. That's our mind, right? And through repetition, over and over and over again for 12 years straight. 12 years straight. It became a part of our subconscious mind that they made us believe that we are nothing but a slave. And I know some of us didn't believe it, but most of the educated people did, including my grandmother. Every single one of my family members, they all went to university and college, and they joined the sorority. They are part of Delta. You might know the Delta Sigma Theta. My whole family, Deltas, my older sister. And they all became a part of we could say, the middle class or the bourgeoisie. Right? That's what it's called. Is that how the hell they slave us? Like, what are they talking about? They just told them start grabbing motherfuckers from Africa? Is we just believe in that? No. So, but they had to teach us this when we were little children. Because when we're young, we are at our most impressionable age. And that's when they can get us. We got to be an impressionable. We never questioned it. We just said, all right, look, I'm going to believe the teacher. She's a teacher. She knows more than me. And that's it. And then they created some new books to support the agenda. So let me show you this. We're going to pull out our own books. Because in today's time, we have to read our own books. Let me see. It's all mind control. Exactly. Just like those cavemen. Exactly. So we're going to pull it out right now. And we got the book right now in front of us. I'm going to be sharing this with you all of my Tamericans. Columbus letter of us is crazy work. Exactly. Let me see, is this unplugged? We got to unplug the hard drive. And then we're going to show you. So, what we have today, I'll do that later on. What we have today is something that is important, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the donations, family. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Make it happen. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. What we have today, I'm going to show it in the bigger screen. Because I said, in today's time, we will no longer read these Caucasian books, okay? Because last time I checked, I'm not Caucasian, okay? Last time I checked, I don't come out the caves. My skin color is brown, and so is all of ours, okay? Last time I checked, we are not the color peach. So I said this. I said, it is important that we start teaching our actual story. This is the wrong version. Let me pull out the real book. Okay? We have to teach our own. Okay? And what you're all gonna be seeing today, and we're gonna be teaching every day. Okay, so this right here, we have physical books and digital books. This is the books that we have. These are the books that are written by Tamericans. We will have Tamerican-owned businesses. Thank you. Yeah, we did go to 150 to 3.5 real quick. Thank you so much, my family, for liking the live. Okay? We have our own textbooks. This is the digital version, so you can load it up on your computer, phone, or tablet. You can get it at thisplanetwasstolen.com. I need you to get your copy. Now, within this book, we talk about this. If you can see this is our own goddamn book. We no longer reading their books. Okay? How do you get the book? Thisplanetwasstolen.com. The link is in my bio. You will find the link at the top. You go ahead and order your book, and I'll ship it off to you. I need us all to get our books. So, with this, if you could is it going to focus? This right here? Okay, this right here, it says this is a picture of Los Angeles. Woo! It's a picture of Los Angeles to Mary. Okay? It's not a picture of Los Angeles, United States. It's a picture of Los Angeles to Mary. Los Angeles to Mary. We have to rewrite the whole history. Okay? And right here, what you're going to see, and I created this picture 2 years ago. And I'm going to zoom in so you can all see this. This is a picture of a Tamerican. Okay? I want you to look at her hair. Don't her hair look like ours? It's the letters is backwards. Because it's mirrored on the live stream. Right? But who she look like? This woman right here with the big old giant fro. Who she look like? Thank you so much for blocking the caveman. I appreciate you so much, my sister. Who does this goddess look like? Look at her. I appreciate a lot of y'all. I know some of y'all is at work right now. So I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping into the live. Who does this woman look like? And I can zoom in even more. I started creating this 2 years ago. Many of you don't know that I am not new at TikTok. I started this whole journey 2 years ago. But I said, we cannot just be making videos. We have to create something that's going to take us to the next level. Okay? This woman, when I created this, I hired an artist, and I said her name is Lady Tamari. Lady Tamari, that's her name. I said, this is the woman that will represent us. Lady Tamari, this is her. We created this. We didn't find this on no damn Google. We took a couple months to create this image. Lady Tamari, I have the full image as well. I'm going to show you all this. Lady Tamari, when I pull up the image. I said, and she is a Tamarican, just like the rest of us. Lady Tamari. We didn't find this image on Google. We made it ourselves. Okay, here it is. Lady Tamari. Boom. You about to see her right now. Okay. All right, and I got the full body version of her right now. Who this woman look like? Look at her big old fro. You see that? Don't she look like us? This represents the original woman of our country. I believe I can take this off now. Original woman of our country. Fix her here. Original woman. I said we have to rewrite his story. Look at the nose. You want to see the nose? Let me show you. Here, I can zoom in even more if you want. Let me show you. We made the nose. I even told the artist. I said, look, we don't got no little skinny ass nose. What type of shit is that? If you got a little skinny nose, you can't even breathe. You see? You see how beautiful she is? Her skin color is darker than that. It's just got lights behind me. Right? But, no, we made her dark originally. I'm like, she should be real dark skin. Okay? We made her. And we said, this is Lady Tamari. Or you can say Lady Tamari. That's her name. Thank you, my sister. In the future, and it will take some time, we're going to be creating new statues. And one of the statues will be her. Okay? Instead of complaining, all we have to do is rewrite his story. Let's rewrite it completely. Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you. We gonna rewrite the goddamn history. Rewriting every goddamn thing. They're not even gonna see it coming. Oh shit, what the hell? They're changing everything, man. Every time you look on the internet, we see stuff about Tamari. We know that they cannot stop us. Okay? Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you. Thank you for the roses. My sister Strawberry, I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay? This is how we rewrite his story. Because that's his story. That ain't my story. I love you too. I love you too, my beautiful sister. I love you too. We are rewriting his story. Okay? We will no longer be teaching a story no more. We gonna rewrite it completely. We rewriting every goddamn thing. Everything we rewriting it. I have the full picture of her as well. Okay, now let me show you. This is how we did it originally. You kind of see her. I made sure that she put on all white. I don't know why. But you can see her. This is her whole body. This is everything. I said, you know how our beautiful goddess, they have the beautiful shape. They got the nice hips. They got the, big breasts. I said, she has to have it all. That will be Lady Tamari. I said, we gonna rewrite everything. We rewriting everything. And there's a saying, and it says this. I know our men, we like, look, we got to take it off by force. Yes, we do. But we also have to know that we are able to take our land back with the pen. I wasn't thinking like this before. I hopped on a conversation, and my man, he said, hey, man, he said, the pen is mightier than the sword. I said, oh, where do you find that at? He said, yeah, man, you can look it up. The pen is mightier than the sword. And it got us thinking, do we honestly believe that they are strong enough to take us on physically? No. Because when I was younger, I had to beat up a couple of goddamn Hispanics. I had to whoop their whole ass. You see? So obviously, they don't have the strength to do anything to us. When I look at them, I'm like, look, shit, I can take on about 3 of their ass. I'm serious. Take them out completely. They cannot beat us physically. So what did they do? Because they had to do something else. They know that they cannot beat us physically. We are physically superior in all ways. We are also mentally superior. We are more intelligent. But the tongue is the strongest. Exactly. Yes, the tongue is the strongest. And how do you determine what a person says? You determine what a person says by what they are, what information they have access to. Exactly. They attacked the mind. That's exactly what they did. Okay? They attacked our minds. They put it in writing. That's exactly what they did. They put it in writing. So I said today, the way to fix it is we have to fix the writing. If that's where they attacked us at, okay, we now have to fix it. That's our job. So let me show you this. Let me show you. We're gonna bring it back up the book. We're gonna bring back up the book right now. We have to fix it in the writing. And we load back up the book. Let me show you. Boom. Right here. The writing. Right? That's how we fix it. Thank you so much for the donation, my sister. The writing. Okay? And every single one of you will have access to your own books. It's in physical and digital. When you get the digital version, there's two versions. It looks in dark mode. Right? So it don't blind you and hurt your eyes. Ain't nobody want to be blind. Right? So what this says right here, it says this. It says, it's a little textbook. I wrote it. It's mainly for the children because I said that's where it all starts at. It starts off with the children. And this right here says this. It says, knowing your nationality is very important. Okay? This is why they took it away from us. Because of how important it is. Our nationality. Knowing your nationality is very important. Without your nationality, you have no identity. Okay? And for the past about 50 years, once we became African Americans, Jesse Jackson, we ain't had no identity. I don't know about 50 years, but about 30 years, 35 years. We had no identity. Then they called us black, exactly, to erase it. It says this. This is why the Tamaricans' nationality was stolen from them after the war. Okay? I explained that there was a war that happened on our soil. And after the war, they stole our nationality from us. Right? And like you said, they erased it. Because they knew how important it was. It's right here in the whole book. Right? And I got pictures on every page. It says, until now, we have had no identity. Until now, we have had no identity. They called us black. They called us African American. All that nonsense. But at the entire time, we were Tamaricans. Whole time. Tamaricans. It says, below is an image of one of Tamari's most popular cities, called Los Angeles. Yes, you are right, my brother Benjamin. We do have to take it back. But why those cavemen fought for their right, but we didn't? Well, I don't know why we didn't fight for our right, but we fighting for our right now. Okay? I say this often. I said South Africa. I know we ain't from Africa, but we must know this. South Africa was taken over as well, right? But they took their shit back. And they start kicking these Caucasians up out of their goddamn country. They said, we are now the new government. And we have the ability to take the land back. And we're not going to give you nothing. So they put a law in place and they said, we have the ability to take the land back without compensation. That means I can take the land back and I ain't finna give you shit, motherfucker. Get your ass packing. Get up out of here. They've done that, so they've showed us what we can do. Okay? Yes, we can take the land back and give them no compensation. This is our shit. Okay? That's what they feared. And it says this. Below is an image of one of Tamari's most popular cities called Los Angeles. This is one of the most popular cities, Los Angeles. This is the outskirts of what it looked like back in the 1800s. And what you see at the top is you're going to see a little ship at the top. That's not an airplane. Exactly. The world is ours. Yes, it is. It belongs to our species. It says, in this image, there is an airship. Do you remember how in the early 2000s, I remember when I was younger, we used to see blimps everywhere? Blimps. I remember my mom, she took me we went onto a blimp and there was a restaurant. I'm like, we up in the sky, mommy, why is there a blimp up here? There was whole restaurants inside of the blimps. There was a time where we had something even more powerful than blimps, and that was called airships. And these airships did not need gasoline. They ran off of ether energy. Whole energy. Free energy. Yes, Morris Tartar tech. Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's also American tech. So it says this. The airship is one of the weapons that we used in the war against these cavemen. Let me see. Who do we have up in here? If we got any cavemen up in here, we remove their ass. He said, the hell is this topic? We don't have any distractions. All right? So, like it says, this is an airship. Let me zoom in for you so you can all see this. This is an airship. What they did inside of all of the old images is they covered up the airships. Thank you so much, my sister. I appreciate you for blocking the people who are trying to distract us. Right? If you kind of see it, the screen is bright as hell. Bright, I don't know why. It's the lights. If I could zoom in, no, is that the furthest I could zoom in? There was airships, and we had many airships. Many of them. Okay? Many airships. And basically what happened is they hid it from our history. They said there is no such thing as an airship. That's why all the backgrounds look white out. Exactly. So what they did with all of these old images is they whited out the skies so we cannot see the airships. That's how they hid our history. And all we have to do right now is we just have to rewrite it. That's our job. We have to rewrite everything. Everything that they told us, we need to rewrite it completely. Everything. And that's what we're doing now. So what it says, after we read every single little text, there's multiple choice questions. I said this. I said the first step is we have to take our land back in the mines. Okay? You're like, what you mean in the mines? We have to let you know that it's your land, because most of our people, they still don't know that it's their land. By us creating new products, new books, they will start to know that this is their land. Once all of our children know that it's our land, they can be like, hell no, motherfucker, I'm a whole American. Where you get that African American ass shit from? You just made it up. They said I got my own books. Don't they say that black people ain't got no proof? We just made it up. We heard it from our grandma. Grandma said that we was an Indian, and grandma obviously wasn't intelligent. She didn't know anything. She was just saying something so that anything was better than being black. Ain't that what they tell us? They said grandma was just making it up so she could save her ass. We see all the videos. Grandma was not making it up. Grandma just did not know that she had to put it in a book for people to believe her. We believe the books more than we believe our own ancestors. Okay? That is the truth. Yes, we do. We believe the books more than we believe our own family. So I said the solution is we must write new books for our people to believe them. And that's when they'll finally believe us. Just by us creating the books. Okay? That is the first step. One of the African Americans, she hopped on the line and she said, well, you guys have no proof. That is your land. You have no proof. All the Native Americans, they have their little tribal cards. Man, go on somewhere with that bullshit. A weak ass tribal card. I'm going to start creating cards for us. Whole American cards. And we can do that. I know exactly how to do it too. We can have the plastic machine. I can create all of the pictures and profiles, every goddamn thing. Everything. They did it in South Africa as well. Okay? Tax-free? Tax-free, yeah. He said tax-free. What you mean by tax-free? Yes, we will be creating our own identification cards that make us Tamericans. Okay? Once all of us have that little card, just like we have passports, you have a card and it says nationality. For example, my name is Tassim. They say, all right, Tassim, let me get your identification. I pull out a goddamn Tassim Tamerican card. And it says your nationality. It said, where you from? Shit, I'm from the kingdom of Tamari. That's where I'm from. We have to put it into writing for it to become real. And if it's not in writing, ain't nobody gonna believe us. Okay? So that's the first step. We have to put everything in writing, and we will allow no one to distract us. No one. If they come into our private spaces talking shit, we remove them and we block them completely. It's either you with us or against us. And if you against us, you could join their goddamn side. Okay? I want you to join their side. If you against us, talking about we some goddamn Africans and this ain't our goddamn land, join their side, motherfucker. And you will see what treatment that you get. We ain't sparing you. You can put on a goddamn American flag all you goddamn want to show that you on their goddamn side. You ain't on our side. Put that flag on. And I'm going to take your ass out real quick. Just let me know that you on their team and you not on our team. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my sister. We have to let them know. These people are in disguise, pretending to be like one of us, trying to separate us. Okay? We got one of them. Let's say his ass. Sir, if you want to join the United States military to go against me, join their ass. Okay? Join them. And you can pull up to me and you can see, because I ain't sparing nobody who's against us building our new kingdom. Let's be sure to remove him as well. Okay? We don't need to have any distraction. Let's remove him as well. We have one of the people who are against us, obviously. But like I said, he could join their ass. Put on the United States flag and say that you are an enemy of the Tamaricans. Just let us know. Let us know. And see as well, this is what we're going to do instead. We will no longer go back and forth. We will block your ass. And that's the solution. This is what our ancestors, some of them did not do. Yes, exactly, disturbing our peace. So we remove anybody who is against the building of our new kingdom. Okay? That's what we will do. I know our ancestors did not do this. So we must learn from their mistakes. They tried to reason with people who was not going to join their side anyways. Trying to hold hands and say, maybe one day that they're going to get it. Motherfucker, they're never going to get it. We tried that already. Even with our own people, they're not going to get it. They're obviously against us. Okay? And you could be the same skin color, but don't mean that you one of us, motherfucker. We trying to build. We trying to build, and we talked about this yesterday. Now you'll see a clearer picture right here. Okay? This man right here, who does he look like? You see this man right here? Does he look like he an African slave from West Africa? And he was traveled on a slave ship, and he was in chains, and he descended to Kunta Kinte and Shaka Zulu? Does he look like one of their descendants from West Africa? Let me see. The answers we're trying to turn Neanderthals into civil creatures. Biggest mistake. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They are the ones in the house. Exactly. He looked like royalty. That's exactly who he is. I'll show you again. Right? He don't look like no descendant of no damn Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte, that's not a Kunta Kinte descendant. Okay? We didn't all come from no damn Kunta Kinte like they showed us in the movie Roots. I want you to know this. They purposely put the movie, and I don't know if many of you have seen it. The movie Roots was on BET every single year. Every year for like 4 weeks straight. They showed us nothing but the movie Roots. After it ended, they played it again and again and again. Roots 1, 2, 3. This shit was like 7 hours long. I'm like, this is the longest movie I've ever seen in my goddamn life. And my mom, she made me watch the movie. She said, Tassim, you have to watch this movie called Roots. She said, this is your history, Tassim. Exactly. It poisoned our mind. Kunta Kinte means whistling beaver in Choctaw. Hey, that's something to learn. Right? So they played the movie Roots, and the reason what they were doing is they were poisoning our mind. Okay? It was all brainwash. So all of us can believe that we all start from West Africa in the slaves. They tricked us into believing that this is not our land. But it's been our land the whole time. That's why they showed us Kunta Kinte. Why didn't they show us this? I ain't never seen this when I was young. I had to be an adult so I could see this for the first time in my whole life. This man right here, I have it in the text. I said his name is King Henry I. King Henry, and he's not no goddamn African. King Henry. And he's from over here. He's from the empire of Haiti, exactly. Haitian. And I said this before. There is no difference between a black American and a Haitian. You like, what you mean? There's no difference. Because we ain't have no damn borders. We didn't have borders before that. Okay? If you lived in Haiti, you could come over here. We lived over here. We can go to Haiti. There was no borders. None. There was none of that. There was no separation. Because we knew that this was all our land. Okay? The Empire of Haiti. What we're going to be doing within this next year, because it's 2025, we are going to be building the Empire of Tamari. Haiti was also Tartar, exactly. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. We're going to be building the Empire of Tamari. I know we talk about we come from the kingdom, but we're going to have both. Okay? It's up to us to decide our destiny. I want all of my people to know that. We are the deciders of our fate, and we are the deciders of our destiny. No one else can choose our destiny for us. We decide it. And right now we're going to decide our destiny. Henry Christopher, exactly. A.K.A. Christopher Columbus. We're going to decide our destiny. And what we're going to be doing in the year of 2025 is we're going to be establishing two things. The Empire of Tamari and the Kingdom of Tamari. Okay? The kingdom will be right here in the United States. We're going to change the whole name. The empire is going to be the United States, Haiti, Jamaica, all of the islands. It'll be part of Cuba. Cuba going to be part of the empire. Okay? The Bahamas, every island in the Caribbean will be a part of the empire. Belize as well in Mexico. The whole Belize is just nothing but our people. Whole Belize is going to be a part of the empire. I said this, you do not have to read their books. Instead, we must write our own books. Yo, Tokyo is ours as well. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That is what they feared because they know that many of us are returning ancestors. Haiti Empire ruled those all. Yes, it did. But now we're going to be building the Empire of Tamari. That is my job. Inside of the empire, we're going to have an emperor, just like we once had. And then we're going to have kings over every single region. So if we have 50 states, we'll have 50 kings and 50 queens. Okay? It'll be dual leadership because your queen is right there and the king is right there. Both of y'all are leading that entire sector or region. That's why we had to come back alive on their ass. Because sometimes you feel like you're Haitian and Dominican came to Mexico. And soldiers, yes, we will have soldiers. Exactly. Yes, we will. Ready to smoke their ass. That is what they have feared. Okay? It is my job. I'm not a history teacher like many of our geniuses on this platform. But simply, I'm going to be the establisher and the one who makes it all a reality. That is my job. Okay? So when we talk about this man, right here, he had his own currency. He had his own currency. And within the next couple of years, it'll take some time, but we're going to be having new credit cards in a new bank. New bank, the Bank of Tamari. All of us will bank there. You go ahead, the Bank of Tamari, the credit union of Tamari. Whole Tamari Credit Union. You know how they got Bank of America? We're going to have the Bank of Tamari. We're not finna complain no more. Okay? But Bank of Tamari, you got new credit cards, new debit cards, all of that. Okay? We're going to be whole separate from their ass. The Bank of Tamari. All of us will bank there. We will have new different banks. We renaming every goddamn thing. That's what our job is. You said Julius Caesar? That's our whole job. So yeah, we could talk about the coins and stuff. Coins is good. But imagine you had a new credit card and debit card that says you now are banking with the Bank of Tamari. And we don't need to go through them. Africa has already started doing this. Many of you, I don't know if you have known this, but there are countries in Africa that have completely kicked the Caucasians out. They said, get your ass up out of here. They said, we created our own bank. We Tamaritans can do the same thing. Haiti coins was in Greece too. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. We can create our own bank. Okay? That's what we're here to do. So that's why I say, that's why I need you to get your book. For example, we sell 100,000 books. That's $30 a piece. We can create our own goddamn bank in our own cities. Wouldn't you love to have that, your own city with nothing but your own people? Exactly. Own banks and own money. Yes, we will have our own money. That's why we're here today. Our own money completely separate from them. So if you want to have your own banks and you want to have your own money, I need you to get this textbook. This planet was stolen from black people. Let me show you the cover. This is what it looked like. It's on digital and physical version. We have it both, paperback and digital. This right here. Right? So when it's in digital, it looks just like this. You can pull it up on your computer. And physical, I got it paperback. I got it in the room right now. Our own police force. Yes, we will. We will have the Tamarican police force. And all of us will be representing our own flag. We will get rid of their flag completely. Yeah, that's what we're thinking. Now that we have blocked out all of the distractions, now we can finally build together. Ain't that amazing to have? All of us is coming up with ideas together and thinking, okay, we could build our police force, our banks, our restaurants. Imagine having Tamarican restaurants and Tamarican food. If you wanted to, we could make Tamarican food international. I want you to know that collard greens is our shit. I'm in the whole Africa. I'm looking for collard greens, and they ass did not have no collard greens. But they told us everything started off in Africa, right? I'm like, where the collard greens at? And they black eyed peas came from over here. They ain't even had no cornbread. They was like, what the hell is a cornbread? I thought everything started off over here. They said, no, my brother, I never heard of cornbread. They don't know what it is. That's our food over here. That's our Tamarican food. That's our good food, exactly. Our food tastes the best in the world. Because I'm in the whole Africa. And I ordered some fish. Okay? I ordered whole fish. And it got here. It took about 30, 45 minutes. And I started eating the fish. And I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, this shit nasty. This some nasty ass fish. I said, it tastes like it comes straight out the ocean. You know how it had that taste where that shit had salt water in it. I said, it had saltwater fish. They food look like slop. They food do be looking like slop. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you sometimes. That food do be looking like slop. So I'm gonna be honest, the fish, it tasted like slop. And I said, I cannot be eating this shit. I need some Tamarican food. They ain't had none of our restaurants. So I found out that our people, we have a certain way, certain ingredient of how we cook our fish that makes it delicious. Those people over there, they ain't never heard no hush puppies or no catfish or shrimp. They call it prawns. Prawn. I'm like, what the hell is a prawn? That shit don't make no damn sense. They said they call it prawns. We call it shrimp. I'm like, what the hell? And we got jumbo shrimp. They call it prawns. Our food has more varieties, exactly. Caribbeans, North Americans, the best. Our food is the best in the world. So basically what we're establishing is we need Dr. Sebi book. Exactly. And I want you to know this. Dr. Sebi figured it out. He realized that we have to write books. Okay? That is our job as creators. We must write books. We cannot just be reading A books forever. We have to write our own books. That's who woke you up? That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Yes, he started off, and Dr. Sebi, he's not radical at all. He doesn't think about taking the land back. Very peaceful man. But they still got rid of his ass. So that's to let us know, you could be peaceful all you want. They still gonna get rid of your ass. You gonna write the recipe soon of the alkaline? Write the recipes. We will support Tamarican-owned businesses. Also, I need you to get inside the Discord community. Every Tamarican up in here, I need you to join the Discord community for our people, and we will be discussing our ideas together as a group. Right? Thank you so much, my family, joining the fan club. I appreciate you. Link up with our brother over here. Now we're building together. You say, hey, because they fought back. Exactly. They didn't talk about it. They fought back. And you can't ask a caveman, you cannot ask a caveman to be civil. Exactly. They are violent. Why the hell are we asking them to be civil? Grand Rising, my family. I appreciate you for joining the live. That's true. Why the hell are we asking cavemen to be civil? We cannot do that anymore. We have to be like, all right, look, they're obviously violent. Let's meet them with violence. That's what they can understand. So I'm going to give their ass some goddamn violence. Let me hit their ass in the whole chin. Hit their ass. Hit the whole ground. We going to meet them with some violence. Because that's what they understand. Let's give it to them. I'm ready. Yes. That's how we're going to be meeting them. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, my sister, for the gifts. We're going to meet the cavemen with violence. That's the only thing that they can give. So this is what they have removed from our entire essence. If you look at modern day TV, you don't see any masculine males. They don't show us the masculine ones. They show us the feminine ones like Lil Nas X. He betrayed our whole race. Motherfucker is beyond me. That's crazy. He kissing men. We need to get rid of his ass first. I'm going to be honest with you. He making us look bad. I'm going to be honest with you. We need to have masculine men. He is a disgrace to all of us. Okay? They have gotten rid of this image right here. If you can see this man, let me show you. If you can see, let me zoom in a little bit. This is what they have feared. Because they know that when we start looking like this, our strong men, that we ain't playing no games. You see this man right here? You think he finna negotiate with some goddamn caveman? You see the beautiful goddesses right here? We zoomed into them. You think they finna negotiate? Or are we finna take the land back? I don't think they finna negotiate at all. Look at them. We ain't finna negotiate. And these are our young gods right here, our young gods. They know that he is gonna grow up to the other man right there, and that's why they try to get rid of us early. Let me show you. Right? They know that he is going to turn into him. And that's what they're afraid of. That's what they fear. That's why they try to take us out early. Start getting rid of us at 15 years old. We do need some of that energy. Yes, that Shaka Zulu energy, because he was standing on business. We need to have that energy. And I want you to know that this represents all of us. If you can see all of our people, this is thousands of us. Thousands. This is us united. That's why it's the cover of the textbook. Okay? When you get your textbook, you're going to see that we are all united. All got on the same uniform, same clothes. That's us. That's what they fear. They fear the unification of the Tamaricans, the Haitians, and the Jamaicans, and all of the Caribbean. They fear all of us uniting because they know that we are going to take our goddamn land back. That is what they fear. We were never slaves. This is our land. I'm getting better at the TikTok stuff. I'm glad we started blocking the cavemen because now they can no longer take the live down. We have gotten rid of their ass. We need to start our own healthcare facilities, exactly, and no more vaccinations for our children. You were exactly right. So I want to say this. You said we need to do this. I believe that I can put a few of you in charge to specific sectors. If we need healthcare, I need to put one of my Tamaricans in charge of the healthcare. Lions of Judah are awake now, exactly. Yes, we are. Prisoners of war. So I would need a healthcare specialist because you're going to be in charge of the healthcare. We're going to build our own economy. Okay? Our own. They had us believing that we was all unintelligent. No, the hell we not. We are very intelligent. We didn't create it. We created the entire currency system. We need seeds back in our fruit. Yes, we do. We need the seeds back in our fruits. We should have, what did they remove? They removed the seeds out of the oranges. Get all these oranges with no seeds. They removed it out of the watermelon, grapes, everything. They removed it out of the watermelon, grapes, everything. Exactly, everything. And it all started off with what you write in the book. So I believe when I need a few of you, I need you all. I have the community. I have the Discord community inside the link in my bio. We also have the website so you can get your textbook, okay? I need you to join our free community so we can come together, and I'll put a few of you in charge of specific sectors. For example, healthcare. We're going to need new healthcare. What did you talk about? New healthcare facilities. We can call it a new name, and we will have natural medicine that will not harm us with all these side effects. We don't need that nonsense no more. They only have male trees, exactly. You're right. They removed all of the female trees, the trees that could reproduce. That is what they feared. Okay? So, apothecaries. I gotta learn how to pronounce that word. Exactly. So, let me see. Now they turned them into males. They turned all the trees into males. In Tamari. You said Tamari care. Oh, snap. Let me do this again. Let me fix this. Okay, there we go. I had to touch the screen because it said I was inactive from the screen. Let me like the live. Let's get the live to 10,000 likes. So, because these cavemen be sneaking in and they be trying to report the live because they know that we are coming together. And that is their greatest fear. They fear us coming together. Let's get our live to 10,000 likes. Grand Rising, my sister. Grand Rising to Americans. And we would say, long live Tamari. Yes. That's exactly what it is. Grand Rising, my family. Grand Rising, my beautiful sister. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you. You see all of the work that we get done when we kick out the caveman and we kick out the what do they call it? The house? Can I say the word? The house Negroes. When we kick their ass up out of our lives, we get a lot of work done. We don't need to be going back and forth with nobody. Let's just start building together. Because once we got our own facilities, healthcare facilities, new grocery stores, new shopping centers, new shopping malls. Once we have all of this, new flag, new national anthem, what can they do? Yes, we get a lot of work. The great solar flare. Yeah, the solar flare, it hit us. That's why a lot of us, our eyes are opening. We are waking up. Okay? That's what they know. We don't need their flag, exactly. We need a new flag. Our own armies. Yes, we do. And this is where our young men will be a part of the army. They're not going to like it. What can they say when we all have this? We are unbreakable. That's what they feared. We are unbreakable. That is what they feared. We get so much work done now. 250 million about to be crispy critters. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I said this in the last live. I said they spend $100 billion per year on separating us. They spend $100 billion every single year on brainwashing us, making us believe that we are from Africa, West Africa. We are the Alpha, they are the Omega. Exactly, that's exactly what it is. Yes, the 250 million, they are going to turn into crispy critters. They had us trying to bleach our skin, making us believe that we too dark. Like, go on somewhere with that bullshit. Our skin color is beautiful. Our skin color means that we are the goddamn Tamaricans. And let me show you, because my goddess is, some of you weren't in here before. Let me show you the goddess that we have. Her name is called Lady Tamari. And I had the images that I pulled up before. Here we go. This is the image that we showed our people. This is who we represent. This right here. You see this goddess right here? She got a light on. She got the light on, but she got a dark skin color. Right, but this is one of our goddesses. We will build new statues on their ass. New statues. We ain't finna have no goddamn Lady Liberty. Go to hell with that shit. We gonna have Lady Tamari. She gonna have a big old fro. That's be huge. Big old giant. Her hair gonna be coming out like that. It's gonna be big. Cause you know when our goddesses, they show our hair, they say that our goddesses do too much. What you mean they do too much? They are the supreme goddess. That's who she is. She can never do too much. Yes, we can have feathers and flowers, yes, for our goddesses. We are the true builders, so we will build new statues. We'll have a giant statue of our goddess, our Tamarican goddess. Shine bright, yes. That's their fear. That's why they had many of us. They wanted us to cut our hair off or start wearing wearing their hair on top of ours. Our hair is the supreme hair. They try to duplicate everything that we do. That's exactly what they do. Thank you so much for liking the live, my family. Let's try to get it to 20,000 likes. Because we know that a few of these Caucasians are going to be trying to sneak up in here. That's what they do. They always try to sneak up here to interrupt our live sessions. Weaves are bad spells as well. No more DNA mixing with the Neanderthals. We ain't finna mix with they ass no more. They came out the caves. You see how much work we get done? If I don't have a paper on me, but we can start writing a list of things that we can do to start building our new empire. Okay? Now we're building. That's our job as the men. The men are supposed to build. That's our whole job. We are the builders of all of the architecture. Yes, yes, yes. No more of that. No more mixing with they ass. We need to bring it back to our original bloodline. And that's their fear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for liking the live. I appreciate you, my family. I appreciate you. We're going to get this to 20,000 likes. So that is what I'm saying. I know many of us, yes, our teachers, we need a few teachers. We need a teacher, but we also need some kings to step up and to do their part. We need some kings to establish the new kingdom. Grand Rising, my beautiful sister, I appreciate you. We're going to be building the new kingdom. And within this kingdom, we're going to have a new empire. And an empire that will make their empire non-existent. Their whole shit gonna crumble. Like we already said, they're gonna turn into crispy crisps. Yes. We're going to have a new national anthem. We need to stop talking and have a new secret society. Yes. A new one. I will be one of the kings, yes, and we will need new kings. I believe that we're going to have new training schools, new schools so we can teach our youth so that when they grow up, they can become the new kings and take on the throne. Because we don't need to have one. We need to have at least 100 different kings. Whole 100 kings. You can't wait for the Tamarican flag? Yeah, you did spell it right. You spelled it right. That is the Tamarican flag. I can't wait. Yes, that's what we're creating. And I was talking to the goddess. And I said I needed some help. We need to create our new national anthem. 2 daughters are teachers moving up to head of schools. We need that. I appreciate you. Yes. We need new teachers as well. New teachers. New teachers. I know many of our men in the past, they were teachers, but we need new kings and we need a new queen on the throne. Imagine we had a new queen. Whole new queen. Like, that is the queen. You have her beautiful skin. You know how our goddesses, they got the beautiful skin, beautiful face, beautiful hair. She wear her hair out every day. Beautiful. Imagine she's on the throne. That's our job. She is going to be the empress of the empire. The queen of the kingdom. We don't have to leave the planet in order for us to get our goddamn heaven. We can get our heaven right now. I don't have to die to get my goddamn heaven. I need my heaven right now. All these motherfuckers get their heaven right here on this planet. And we gotta wait to get our goddamn heaven. Like, go on somewhere, motherfucker. I need my heaven right now. And that's what we need. We need the true queen again, yes. That is what we need. We're gonna have our heaven. We're gonna have some beautiful ass streets. Beautiful fruits is gonna be everywhere. Fruits. We might have golden streets. Imagine the whole street made out of gold. We're gonna make that shit ourselves. And we're gonna, oh yeah, we got the golden streets over there in Tamari. We are the heaven on earth. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And that was their biggest fear. So I tell all of my people this: if you want to get this kingdom started, okay, and you're serious about this kingdom, our number one step is we have to invest into Tamarican-owned businesses. The time is now. Yes, the time is now. Tamarican-owned businesses. This is one of our empresses in the past. Let me zoom in so you can see her beautiful face. I want you to tell me, does she look like a West African slave? Does she look like a slave from West Africa in goddamn sub-Saharan Africa like they told her? Does she look like a Nigerian slave? Is that what she look like? Or does she look like a goddamn empress? Whole empress. She was an empress over the entire empire. Yes, we need our peace. Yes, we do need our peace. Very majestic. This is her. Same color. She's the same color as my mom. Very majestic. We're going to have a new empress over the entire empire. It's us, y'all. Yes, it's us. This is where we start taking our power back. And I say this, we take our power back. Number one, we have to do it through the pen. So you see I have a pen right here in my hand. You see a pen? All we have to do is exactly what they did. They simply started rewriting our story. They went back into all of our books and they said, we finna rewrite everything. We gonna rewrite everything. And then we're going to burn down everything that they have. I want you, my people, to know this. We had thousands of libraries over here on our Tamarican soil. Thousands of libraries. And what they did is they destroyed them all with dynamite and TNT. Destroyed the whole libraries. Burned it up with gasoline. So they can destroy our books. And once they destroyed it, they said the Tamaritans will never know again who they are. I said, all right, motherfucker, I'm going to be reborn on your ass. I'm going to come back. I'm going to live a new lifetime. I'm going to come back and I'm going to rewrite the books. We need to make new schools to teach our young. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And inside of every single one of our schools, we will have this textbook where we teach about our empresses and our emperors. And we will teach about our Tamarican inventors. The ones who invented new things for us. Because what they did is they say white people invented everything. We all of us was in school. We was reading. They said they invented everything. They invented the light bulb. They said they invented electricity too. Who did they say? They said Benjamin Franklin. He saw a rainy day. Benjamin Franklin. They said he was outside flying with a kite. Motherfucker had a whole kite. He over there flying at the beach and he got struck by lightning. And now he discovered electricity. Are we really going to believe that shit? The motherfucker was flying kites and he discovered electricity. Come on, are we that foolish? We have to rewrite everything. Before they came on our land, we had electricity. They saw light bulbs everywhere. Whole palaces everywhere. It's right here in the book. I'm gonna show you. Does it look like Benjamin Franklin invented some goddamn electricity with his lying ass? I want you to know, does this look like some light bulbs? I'm gonna show you right here. Right here. Do these, if before the light, because it'd be messing up. If we could focus, do we got some light bulbs over here? Do these got light bulbs? Do you see a light bulb right here? Light bulbs? Do my people, do you see some goddamn light bulbs over here? They said Thomas Edison invented the light bulb with his lying ass. Thomas Edison did not invent shit. He simply stole what we created a long time ago. And we had it with no wires. Yes, we had it with no wires. They said, they told it Albert Einstein, the white motherfucker, is the smartest man on the planet. Like, get your lying ass on. Whole motherfucker came out the caves. He the smartest man on the planet. Get your lying ass on. Albert Einstein didn't invent nothing. All he did was take what we created. And he made it his own. That's all he did. Thomas Edison invented a light bulb. Get your lying ass on, motherfucker. He didn't invent shit. The Tamaritans invented everything. We invented these light bulbs over here. These buildings, we did this long time ago. Thousands and thousands of years ago. He didn't invent nothing. Telepathic. Yes, we do that. We do that telepathically. Electricity was not invented by no damn Benjamin Franklin with no kites. He is a lying piece of shit. That's what he is. Every single one of them light. Oh, we got some more light bulbs. I wanted to show you, my people. Do these? Could we see it? Let me see. Is it gonna focus? Let me zoom in a little bit. I want you to know. Do these look like we got light bulbs over here? Light bulbs. Do we see some light bulbs? There we go. Do these look like we got light bulbs on the buildings and on the palace? Do these look like some light bulbs? If I could block the light out. Do these look like some light bulbs? We have light bulbs everywhere, all over the streets. On every block, just light bulbs, many of them. As above, so below, yes. We are harnessing the ether. Yes, we have been harnessing the ether. Thomas Edison did not invent nothing. Hell yes, electricity is in the air. It's free for all Tamaritans. Yes, it is. As above, so below. So all I'm here to show you is we invented all of this. They did not invent no light bulb. They did not invent no electricity. They simply lied. And they put their face on it. And that's what we have to do. We have to create new schools so we can teach the truth. We built the lawnmower. We built the engine. We made peanut butter. We invented the computer. We invented the cell phone. These motherfuckers didn't invent nothing. We did it all. But they destroyed our books. That's all they did. They destroyed our books, and a lot of them, they have access to our books. There are such things as secret private organizations. I will share this with a few of you all. And I don't know if you'll find it on the internet, but it's out there. There's how much can I say? There's a secret society a private group called the Brotherhood Society. It's called the Brotherhood. Okay, this is the most powerful society of all of them, the Brotherhood. And they have a leveling system from level 1 through level 12. Okay, that's what they have. And this simple group, okay, I know motherfuckers be going. This simple group has access. They many of the leaders of the world, it don't matter if you're a leader of goddamn the Arabian countries, you're a leader of the European country, leader of the United States. Every single one of them is members of this Brotherhood Society. Every single one. And what they do is they have access to many of our inventions and our creations. And they say that we are going to slowly share this with the public, slowly. They have it inside of safes. These safes have bodyguards and security guards. They have a combination. The stuff that you see on the movie, it's all real. And if you can get access to the safe, they have old ancient manuscripts. These are old books with yellow pages of books that the Tamaricans wrote 1,000 years ago. And that's what they have inside of their private vaults. They simply took over the land, stole it from us, and they only share it amongst their own little group called their Brotherhood. Another one of them is called the Skull and Bones. They don't tell us about that shit. They're like, look, they say all black people are stupid. Oh, we want you to think that we all stupid. All right, motherfucker. We're going to see how stupid we are. Thank you, my people, for liking the live. I appreciate you. Let's get to 20,000 because I know a few of their ass is over here and they be watching. They be watching because they don't want us to come together and to unite. A few of the people who look like us as well, they be trying to sneak up into our private groups. President Putin already showed us in their safe. Yes, Putin has a safe. And every single country has a safe and they have vaults with codes. You have digital codes or you have the little twisty code. And inside of these vaults, they have access to our ancient books. Let me see. Have you noticed that everything happened in the 1800s? All of our buildings were renamed. All of the buildings were renamed, yes. Every single one of our buildings. I appreciate all of my family for liking the live. I appreciate you all. Every single one. Right, so that is what I had to discuss. Now we know that Thomas Edison did not invent a light bulb. He didn't invent nothing. But we have to write a new book on how the Tamaricans invented the light bulb. And our book will replace theirs. None of our people will be reading their books. Their books will be banned from our schools. It will not be allowed. Okay? And instead we will replace it with our own books. Imagine all of our people. Imagine us. Remember how we was children, we was growing up? I remember when I was 9 years old, I was in the 4th grade. And the only books that I read was about what they invented. Only books. They said white people invented everything. And they said black people didn't invent nothing. That's what they told us. They are copycats. Yes, they are. We need to homeschool the Tamarican children. Yes, we do. That is how we will start. I would need help on doing this. We will have, I believe that we can have Zoom calls so that we can come together and have a virtual class just to start. Imagine having a virtual class and we teach our own youth the truth. Okay? Our own virtual classes. We'll have different subjects. We will have history, but we will change it to the word. I have it in the book. We have it. It's called origin. Let me show you the word. I will change the name history. I will change it to origin. We'll be talking about our origin. Let me show you. We'll talk about our ancestors. You're in? Thank you. We will. If you're in, I need you to join our Telegram community. Join our Telegram community, and we will be talking about discussing this with each other. Origin right here. Let me show you. And then I have a new page to show you as well. Origin. If you could see that word. Okay? I will be replacing the word history with the word origin. And if you can see at the top, let me show you. Zoom in a little bit more. I can zoom in a tiny bit more. Origin, right here. We'll be replacing history with origin. This is our origin. And if you can see, you see a little bit, you see a beautiful goddess at the top. This is the primordial goddess. This is the first woman in all of creation. She is the supreme creator. And I will show you a new page. The textbook that you have all seen, it has been small because the textbook is not fully finished. The finished version of it will be over 200 pages. So let me share this with you all. Let me share this with my people. Now let me show you day 21. In the current textbook, you have 4 weeks of education, and I'm going to end up extending it to a full, it'll be 24, 28 weeks, or even 32 weeks. You like it? Let me show you. Let me show you. They had us believing that some nonsense. Here it is. Okay, so this is the next page that I'm writing inside of our textbook. Okay, this is the next page. Let me zoom in so you can see her. We have to tell our own story. We will no longer allow these goddamn Caucasians to tell our story. Do you see this beautiful woman right here? Do you see her? And if I zoom in a little bit, it shows you who the hell we are and what our species is. Okay? If you can see her. There we go. Who does this woman look like? Who does she look like? This beautiful guy that's right here. Who does she look like? This will be in the next pages of our book. This is the supreme goddess. She is the creator of the universe. This is what they have taken away from us. I do mean business. This is the supreme goddess. And for many of you, you do not know this because they have been putting misinformation on TikTok. They have been trying to make us afraid from who we are. And I explain this in the book. I'll show you this. This woman, the name of our species, and we'll talk about that later on. But if you can see in the words, it says, I can read a little bit to you from the book. Okay, actually, let me read a little bit to you. I'm gonna read it because we got the little text and then we got the picture. Okay, that's why we started off with our own textbook. Let me show you how it looks. It looks like that. Okay, this will be in the next edition. So right now, the current book is the first edition. I have to write 4 more weeks of education, and then we will have the second edition of the book, but the price will have to go up. The current book right now is listed at $29 because it is a textbook with color. If we don't have no black and white books, we're not finna do that anymore. Ain't no black and white. You said, what does it say under Goddess? I'm about to read it to you right now. Okay? It says this. It says, in the beginning of our universe, there was nothing but darkness and energy. Okay? Nothing but darkness. Okay? At the beginning, just darkness. We just had a dark room, and it was just darkness. There was nothing. Okay? It says, and inside the darkness, there was energy. Okay? Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It was always existed. It's the beginning. Energy. It says, this energy created itself into a being. The energy created itself into a being. This is how our universe started. Thank you, my sister. Tap the screen. Let's get our live to 25,000 likes. I appreciate you all. We have to write our own textbooks. This energy created itself into a being. Okay? There was nothing. It was just darkness. And then from the darkness, the energy created itself into a being. And the name of that being is called Anunnaki. The name of that being is called Anunnaki. You might have heard some nonsense on TikTok saying that the Anunnaki is some aliens, but they have specifically lied to us so they can make us all believe that we the same. Okay? A human is a caveman. I want you to know that a human is a caveman. They started off primitive as some motherfucking orangutans. They had a tail coming out of their ass, walking on all fours. You a motherfucking human. We ain't the same. We ain't never been the same as you. You lying sack of shit. We've always been different. And you've known that the whole time. That's why your skin color is pink, motherfucker. We ain't never been the same. So we have to acknowledge that our skin color is brown. It's always been brown. It has never been peach like them. Okay? In the beginning of our universe, and I had to teach this in the book. That's why it's called origin. I have to teach us our origin. It's right here. Our origin is so important because we don't have the same origin as these motherfuckers. We have a whole different origin. They took our shit. Made us believe in some man-made ass God, and the motherfucker's a jealous ass man. Go to hell with that bullshit, man. The supreme God, the creator of the universe, the beginning, the first in all of existence, is the goddess. And she created us. And it says that in this book. It says that in our textbook. That's why we have to teach our own people. It says, the name of that being is Anunnaki. That's the name of us. That's our race, okay? Race means the planet from which you originate from. That is your race. Your race is not black, okay? And your race is not also, your race cannot be indigenous. That's not a race. That is a, you are indigenous, but that's not a race. That's what I'm saying. Your race is Anunnaki. That's your race. It says Anunnaki is the creator. Anunnaki is the creator. That means when you created yourself, then you created the universe. You are the creator because you created yourself. Okay? It says they were all feminine creators. Right here. Anunnaki is the creator. Oh, it says this. Anunnaki is the creator, and there was 9 of her. When we talk about we are the 9 ether being, if you've ever heard of that, 9 ether being, or we come from the 9th universe. In the beginning, when you all created yourself, there was 9 of you. There wasn't 1, there was 9. Okay? The highest number in the universe. There was 9. At the beginning, there was 9 of you. When you created yourself, you created 9 of you at the same time. At the same time, you created 9 of you, not 1. You created 9. That's why we have to write our own books. You ain't gonna find this shit in no other book but ours. So we have to write the books. And no longer these Caucasians writing these goddamn books. Because they don't know this shit. They're fucking idiots. Okay? They were all feminine creators. In the beginning, it was just you. There was all feminine creators. Okay? When we're no longer arguing, now we can get some things done. It says Anunnaki created themselves. Yes, you did. You created yourself. So it explains we don't have a creator because we created ourselves. Okay? I want you to know that. When we would teach all of our youth this, we don't have a creator because we created ourselves. We are the first. You cannot put me inside that little ass box that you motherfucking humans are in. Okay? You in that little small ass box. You cannot box us in because we are not the same species. And we've never been the same species. We've always been different. Okay? Anunnaki is a creator, and there was 9 of her. And then they created more of themselves, making them into 99 Anunnaki. After you created yourself, you said, all right, look, I need some more of me. So let me create 99 of me. And that's what you did at the beginning. We don't have the same origin story as the motherfucking Caucasians. They cannot box us in with that jealous ass God bullshit. Okay? That's why I said we have to write the books. We will no longer allow these motherfuckers to write the books for us. And then it says this. Then they said, we need a helper. After you created 99 of yourself, my beautiful goddesses, you said that we need a helper. This is my specialty. You said we need a helper. So then they created the masculine Anunnaki. And that's me. The masculine. I'm not feminine. After you created 99 of yourself, you said you need a helper, and then you created the masculine Anunnaki. That is me. That's what we call the God, and you are the goddess. Okay? That is our origin. Not his story. We are throwing away his story, and we're now creating our own shit. We're going to rewrite everything. They created the masculine Anunnaki, and it was so. When they wrote the shit in the Bible, Genesis, go to hell with Genesis, motherfucker. We are the creators. And the creator is the goddess. Okay? It says, and it was so. The masculine Anunnaki was their helper. We are their helper. We are the protector. That's our job. We're not supposed to be going back and forth with the beautiful goddess. We're supposed to be protecting her and leading the kingdom and the empire. That is our job. Okay? Then they told him, they said, you will carry the seed and we will carry the egg. You're welcome. That is our origin. When you created us, you told us that you will carry this. You told me that I will carry the seed and that you will carry the egg. And together, they created the Anunnaki race. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my beautiful sister. Thank you so much. Together, we created the Anunnaki race. And the Anunnaki race created the universe. That is our origin. We created the universe. So that means we created every single planet in the entire universe. We had some of us who came over here to this planet and we said, all right, we're going to live a physical experience. And that's why we're living in these physical bodies. Okay? We can never die. We are immortal beings. We can never cease to exist. We always come back. We have created our souls. I explained this. The cavemen do not have souls. That's why they ain't got no rhythm. That's why they're so treacherous. The motherfuckers don't have souls. They don't have no feelings. When they cry, it's all an act. The motherfuckers are lying the whole time. It's all an act. They have taken acting classes. Let's not believe their crying ass lies. The only ones who have souls is us. The Anunnaki, that's our species. Look at your skin color, man. So when people have asked, they said, what does it say at the bottom? What does it say right here? You can kind of see it. Let me zoom in so you can see it clearly. It says this. Let me show you. Okay? It's backwards, but it says the Anunnaki creator. It's backwards on the screen, but it says the Anunnaki creator. And that creator is y'all. Okay? In order to return things back to its natural way and its natural state, we have to tell the truth. And the truth is, y'all created us. That's the truth. That's why they try to separate us. They want... my family members do it as well. They always say, how come the black woman, she's the problem? And then the woman, and I'm like, motherfucker, are you stupid? Did you forget that she created you with your dumb ass? She created you. What you mean she the problem, motherfucker? If it wasn't for her, your ass wouldn't even be created with your dumb ass. We have to tell the truth, okay? In order for us to come back together and take our planet back, we have to tell the truth. We have to. That's where it all starts. Okay? Y'all created us. That's y'all. That's the beautiful goddess. You created us. Okay? Our God is not motherfucking Jesus Christ with his bitch ass. Motherfucker's white as shit. Talking about he's my goddamn creator. Motherfucker didn't create shit. Ain't no white motherfucker created me. I'm not white. You see what I'm saying? I'm not. I ain't never been white my whole goddamn life. I don't change skin colors. This is my color. I was born with it. We're born with our skin colors. We don't change colors by moving to a different climate. They are liars. And they've been lying the whole time. You don't change skin colors, man. Your skin color is what you've been born with. This is our race. Now we rise, exactly. Now we rise. So this is the next section of the textbook, and I will be writing it in there. This will be the second edition of the textbook. The second edition, right? So we have the first edition, which is 4 weeks of education, 4 weeks. The second edition will be 8 weeks, and then we'll extend it. It'll 8 weeks. It'll go to 12 weeks, 20 weeks. We'll keep on extending it. That is our job. So we have to write the textbooks and no longer allow these Caucasians to teach our goddamn youth and our children. These motherfuckers can all go to hell with that man-made ass bullshit. We rise. Exactly. They know that automatically by us rising that they must go. They know that. That's why they're trying to stop us from rising. That's why. That's their whole intention. Let's activate. Exactly. So this is the next part of the textbook. I talk about our origin. And then I'll talk about the kingdom of Tamari and all of our kingdoms. This is how we get back to our natural state, natural ways. Eating food that does not harm us. Your food should not have mercury inside of it, nor should it have pharmaceuticals and medication. Why the hell are we eating fish that has been taking medication? Did you all know that? That they have the fish that we be eating, they got the fish into a pond. It's called farm-raised fish. And inside of this pond, a lot of the fish are getting sick. So what they do is they put the needle in medication inside of every single one of the fish. And then we're eating that. So that's how they're stopping us from activating. It has never been about the Caucasians and the Hispanic. It's always been about us the whole time. They just tried to mix in the Hispanics with us. We ain't the fucking same as them, man. We're not. We've never been the same as them. Not you, yeah. Exactly. So that's what they do. If we go to the restaurant, go to a little cheap restaurant, get the little cheap fish. All those fish, they're fed with pharmaceuticals and medication. Every single one of them. Right? All types of powder, Advil, aspirin, all of that nonsense. Okay? Motrin. That's what they're feeding the fish. They're also doing it with the cows. If some of y'all eat cows, because I don't eat cows. They have to, because they're poisoning the fish. Talking about we finna have some peace. I don't know why these black people trying to have peace with motherfuckers who poison the fish. I'm like, damn, how the hell you get that damn crooked to poison the fish? Are you that crazy? They poison the whole fish. They poison the fish, poison the goddamn... They poison the vegetables, the lettuce. You can't even eat a goddamn sandwich. Because they spraying all these goddamn roach repellent on top of the damn lettuce. Yeah. Thank you, my sister. I have to tell the truth. We will no longer lie to our people. The days of us lying to each other will come to an end. Right? So that is what we're sharing with our people. I appreciate my people for getting this 23,000 likes. Let's get it to 25,000 likes. I think we now have some of these Caucasians up in here. So let's get their ass up out of here. Let me see. We got one of them right here. Get his ass up out of here. Yeah, with the seedless fruit. Yes, they're poisoning the fruits. And some of our people are talking about we need to have peace with the people who are poisoning our fruits. What do we mean we're going to have peace? How we not remember, like, ain't no peace. We can't even eat proper fruits no more. They're poisoning everything. Yes, exactly. See, let me see. I'm going to remove one of them. They up in here. Boom. All right. Blocked from the live. Muted from the live. I think now we have probably, I think the numbers have been going up. We have blocked at least like 110, 120 of them. They don't understand peace. They don't. They only understand war and death. That's the only thing that they can comprehend. That's it. So if that's what they can comprehend, let's give it to them. Okay? I'm tired of trying to have peace with them. Okay? I'm tired of that. They have no soul. Exactly. They've never had a soul. And some of our people they try to let them into the barbecues in the communities. Thank you for liking the live, my family. I appreciate you. We have to remove all of them up out of our lives. I believe that the days of trying to have peace have come to an end. We've tried to reason, we tried to talk, and now we are tired of that. All negotiations are off the table, and now it's time to take the kingdom back. That's what time it is. Okay? And that is what we're doing today with our textbook. That is what we are doing with our textbook. We are now teaching the truth on how our kingdom is called the kingdom of Temeri, and it is not called the United States. And it has never been called the United States. So that was the first step. So for my people up in here, for the ones who are in here, I need you to join our community. We have 17 people up here. I need 17 people to join it's a free Discord channel. Okay? I will DM you all. I need you to join it's free. No charge. This is how we communicate with one another. Let me see. Oh, we almost there? Let me see. I need us to communicate with one another outside of lives because we need to have our own system to where we can communicate with one another. If you can see, they already tried to join our live and sneak into it with all of their nonsense, trying to sneak up into our private spaces. We need to have our own space. Our own, separate. Okay? Segregated. We need that shit back. They can join their own shit, okay? But they're joining ours because they know that they're boring. Nobody watches them. We're not entertained by them. Yes, we do need our own space. I appreciate my goddesses. I appreciate you all. And then I appreciate my gods. Okay? The first step is our own. It's both. The textbook isn't, you can't even see that because it's in digital and physical. It's in both versions. There we go. It's in both versions. Yes, we do. So the way that we can have our own community is I have created one for us. This is not a new Discord. I created this 2 years ago in the year of 2023. Peace, God. Peace, God. Welcome to the live. I appreciate you. Thank you for getting the live to 25,000 likes. I be trying to see, how do we be having our people, they be going live for like 4 hours straight. I'm like, dang, how they do that? That's amazing. That's a skill right there. That is a skill. So yes, we have to build our own communities with one another. We have to. The OGs, yes. All right, so they've been doing it for years. I'm new at this. So I'm just learning all of this. Our own communities. So I have created a free Discord channel for our people to communicate with one another. So then we can finally start talking about building the kingdom of Tamari. Let me go to the, okay. Let me put this down so now we can talk. We need to talk amongst each other. Let me put this, we can put the laptop down. Let me grab, we got some water? We're gonna need some water so we can get the voice better. Get some water up in here. Thank you for following the live. I appreciate you. My gods and my goddesses, my Tamaricans. I appreciate you all. I think it's time to create true native DNA companies. We can put a person in charge of that. Our own, we would have to go at it from a different standpoint because there ain't no way that you could lick a Q-tip, right? Put it inside of your mouth, and now we know what DNA you come from. That's completely made up. The way that they made it seem as if it was real was by creating a website. And once you create websites, that is what makes it a reality in the perception of the people. A website. So they put all these fancy names on websites. Library of Congress, that's a fancy name. What's so intelligent about the Library of Congress? I have an idea and I said we're going to create the Library of Tamari. And it'll be housed with all physical books and digital books. New books. Okay? Let me get some more water. New books, yes, new books, completely. I'm trying to get my voice back because I've been yelling. And I'm like, dang, we got to get it back. We have to. I need some more water, dang. Just pour this water. We've been live on here. Make that shit then right now. You'll help? I do need your help. Yes. That was the idea. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you. Grand Rising, thank you so much for liking the live as well, my sister Sunshine. I appreciate all of my people. Thank you so much for liking the live, my brother Zoe. Okay, so now we can talk about building with one another. And I could start writing these things down so we can start on creating it, okay? The power of the pen is mightier than the power of the sword. It is. So we need to know a list of things that we are going to need to establish the new kingdom of Tamari. New kingdom. If you can see, we blocked out all, I don't think we have any Pan-Africans anymore. Like, those motherfuckers are silent, or have we converted their ass? Have we converted the Pan-Africans? They're now Tamaricans now? Let me see. A few of them. We've known the whole time. We've known the entire time that none of us are African descendants, okay? Africans, I was in South Africa, I was in Johannesburg. Africans did not have hair like me. They wasn't walking around with no goddamn locks. I'm asking, I'm like, damn, you got the loctician some? They said, no, we ain't got that. I said, could you do the crochet some? They said, no, we ain't got that in South Africa. Right? You're definitely Tamarican. Exactly, we some whole Tamaricans. So in Africa, they didn't have this. They only had it in Tamari. I got my voice back. We are not African. And we've never been African. We've always been Tamarican the whole time. They just took our nationality and now we have it back once again. We have the Tamarican nationality. And that is their biggest fear. Because they knew as soon as we found it out back again, as soon as we was like, all right, shit, we the Tamaricans, that their time is up. Ain't no peace talk, no negotiation, nothing. No, I'm kicking you off the land. That's it. Exactly. We are not Africans. And we've never been Africans. You motherfuckers are African, not us. That's y'all. You see what I'm saying? That's y'all. Y'all live over there in Africa with the motherfucking, it's not as bad as you guys think, okay? Many of us think that it's mud huts. The whole Africa is not mud huts. They show us that on the damn TV. So it's not the whole Africa. Okay? It's not. You see, that's Joe. It's not. I was in Johannesburg, South Africa, and I saw these big ass buildings and skyscrapers. Okay? They show us the poor ass, dirty part with the big ass stomachs. That's what they show us on the TV. But shit, we ain't from none of that either. We from right here, Tamari. We've been from Tamari the whole time. We've never been from over there. Thank you for following me, my family. I appreciate you. I just need some more water. I don't know how these people do this for a long time. Woo! That's a long time. Okay. So yeah, I was in Africa and I stayed there for a month. I had a house. Big old house. The house was huge, 14-foot ceiling. Africa is beautiful, but they are not us. That's exactly what it is. It's a type shit. It is beautiful, but they are not us. And the first thing to take back our freedom and to take back our land is to distinguish between the two. Okay? Once we claim that we are the Tamaricans, that means we can now start on taking Tamari back. That was the first step. That's the first step in building the kingdom once again. First, claiming our identity. First step. Okay? Whole first step. You said if someone had court tomorrow, civil case, would you go? I would say as long as we're under this system, then until the system is no longer, so that means until we destroy the system together, then I say for now, keep yourself out of trouble. All right? Until we take over the system. So if you have to go, because you don't need these motherfuckers coming up to your house. Because you have to know what they do to our men. They did this to a few of our teachers. Many of you have known about the teachers from the 60s. What happened to them? But we had all these movements. We had the Black Panthers. And we've also had many of the movements from Chicago. Right? What happened to them? What happened to Larry Hoover? What happened to his ass? What happened to Dr. Malachi? What happened to our leaders? So they end up putting them in prison. So we have to protect ourselves as we are building. Okay? They can try. Now that we have a different name and it's called the Kingdom of Tamari, they cannot call the Kingdom of Tamari a gang. Because ain't no gang in the motherfucking name. You cannot call that shit a gang. It's a fucking kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Where are you getting this from? They cannot try to spin it. It's a whole ass kingdom. Let me see. We'll not have any guest lives right now. We're just us right now. I appreciate you so much, my family. A kingdom. So they cannot spin it. Okay? This is our kingdom. Grand Rising, my sister. I appreciate it. Let me follow you back as well. Grand Rising, my family. If identity didn't matter, why did they steal ours? Exactly. If identity did not matter, why did they steal our identity? They always say, it doesn't matter. We're all the same. We all bleed red. Motherfucker, a dog bleeds red. You see, if I had a knife and I said, all right, look, or if my dog decided it's going to hurt itself, my dog would bleed red. So get your lying ass on. Everything bleeds red. We ain't the same and we've never been the same. We've always needed a nationality. If identity did not matter, then why the hell do you have your own identity? Okay? Why do you have yours? You motherfuckers know that you come from Italy and Germany and all these weak ass countries. Sweden ass Swedish Americans. Like what type of shit is that? Sweden. Okay? Some of them come from Scotland and all these weak ass European countries that nobody want to go to. That all it has is ice. Nobody want to weak ass countries, man. We ain't finna go over there to no damn Sweden. That shit is dirty as hell. That's where y'all are from, not us. We from right here to Tamari. So if identity did not matter, why would they have to take it from us? It has mattered the whole time. And there's a saying, and it says, you could not cure the sickness until you get to the root of the problem. The root of the problem. Once you get to the root of the problem, then you can solve the problem. The root of the problem was always that we have had no identity. Okay? Our identity is not African American. That's not an identity, motherfucker. It's not us. We didn't come from no goddamn slave ship with your lying ass. Okay? We have not been Black American either, because that's a fucking color. Okay? Every single nation has always had a name. And it has not been two names, it's just been one name. If you are from the country of Britain, you are called a British. Okay? That's what you're called, a British. If you're from Scotland, you're Scottish. If you're from Colombia, you are Colombian. If you're from Brazil, you are Brazilian. If you're from Haiti, you are Haitian. Okay? And if you're from Tamari, then you are Tamarican. Not no black American, none of that. We are just Tamericans. That's it. We're from Tamari. Glory to Tamari. That's what it's going to be. I actually like that. That might be better than all. That's glory to Tamari. That's what we're going to say. We're going to have whole pep rallies, whole anthem, carnivals. What do they call? What's the one where we all unite? They have it in Brazil. It's not called a carnival. It's called, they all come together. I'm trying to remember the name. What's the name where all of us come together? It's not a pep rally. It's something even more greater than that, where we all come together. What's the name of it? A festival. Yes, a festival. A gathering. Yes. At the gathering, we are going to say, glory to Tamari. And once we say that, they're going to be scared because we have now taken our identity back. Just by us taking our identity back, they're now scared. We're going to have whole gatherings and festivals. We're going to be meeting. It might be 4 days, an entire 4-day long festival. You could bring all of your businesses. We'll have the cooks. We might have many of the restaurants. We'll have Tamerican food. You could be selling the cornbread. All of that. They keep changing our identity. This is the final time. They try to give us these weak old pseudo identities. We now have our final identity. And I didn't create the name Tamari. This is our ancient name. Okay? So our own festivals. Imagine, you know how you be going to the festivals and you have everybody, they got a little tent. It's like it's a tent, it's a stand. It has the metal poles, and then it has the cloth at the top. And sometimes you might see a grill inside of it, a little restaurant. That could be a part of the festival, and it'll be maybe once a year we can do it, and we will have the annual Tamari Festival. And it'll be the whole world coming around so they can go to our annual festival. We ain't finna have no goddamn Juneteenth, motherfucker. We finna have the annual Tamari Festival. It's on the first map. Yes, it is on the first map. Yes. Different vendors. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Different vendors. I know some of our people, they could throw down. They could really cook. So that could be one of our vendors. Some of us, we need to start selling, soaps and natural soaps. Because usually the soap that we be using, that soap be killing us. So we need some new soap. We need some new colognes. We need new clothes. Imagine one of our people, they could be selling, you could be selling the war bonnets. The headdress? I have one. I have the headdress. I'm just not wearing it right now. But you could be selling the headdresses at the festival. So then our people could be wearing it. Imagine you could be selling the feathers. Yeah, you can sell everything at the festival. This will be, and if I write that down, I know that you would all like to have that, an annual Tamari Festival. And we can have a beautiful last name for it. I need to write that down. Everything about our culture, yes. This is how we build our wealth, yes. I need a paper so I can write. Do I got a paper over here? I know I had a paper. I need to write this down. We got to at least type that in the chat. Let me type it in the chat. We need to have an annual Tamari Festival. You started your locks back in 2020? You wanted them for a reason? Yes, because the locks, right? The locks. This is our natural way. This is our hair. My hair is longer than this, but it's just 2-strand twist right now. But this is our natural way. So you could be selling, let me see. We got one of these motherfuckers up here. Let's get their ass up out of here. Let me see. Do we got one of them up here? If we do, let's get their ass up out of here. We got some of these weak ass motherfuckers. We finna start selling headdresses at the motherfucking festival, and they can kiss our ass. We are the Indians, motherfucker. You came out the caves. We is not the same. Get your goofy ass out of our motherfucking shit. Get their ass up out of here, man. We tired of dealing with them. Mute them and block them from the motherfucking live. There we go. They always trying to come into our private space. Our own clothes, our own jewelry. Yes, we could be selling jewelry. Imagine, you could sell the necklaces, you could sell the chains. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, my sister. I will work on that. So our annual festival, we could be selling clothes. Imagine having new clothes, jewelry, food, and for the entrepreneurs. Imagine all of us, we can buy from all of the businesses. Imagine I come to your business and I'm shopping there. You might have, because I might need it. Some of us, we be needing the lock. What is it called? The lock grease. The gel. I put gel in mine. So we need some gels Then all the stuff from the Tamericans. I'm going to be shopping at Tamerican-owned businesses. They are savages. Yes, they are. They always trying to stop us. We be seeing this. So I need some Tamerican food. You know, because ain't nobody else in the world can cook like us. We are the best cooks in the entire world. It's unity with exactly. Natural products. Yes, we need some natural products. We need new products for our hair. What other products do we need? You could even be selling clippers. Like some of our guys, they need to learn how to cut their hair. Right? Because I cut my hair. They need to learn how to cut their hair. Right? We need to have that. Hair jewelry, we need to have some hair jewelry. Imagine we could be wearing some hair jewelry. I'm the goddess, they could be wearing that. We need to visit Bougainville. I'm like, I need to see where that's at. You need to tell me about that because I'm going to look that up. Flax seeds would make natural gel. Okay, so we need to make some flaxseed gel then. And I will buy that flaxseed gel from you. I will support your Tamerican business. That's I have to, as we support Tamericans first. Every other community does it, so we can do it as well. They only support their people, so I'm going to support my people. Tamerican potato salad. I need some potato salad. That's the name? Okay, because I need to start supporting her business, or Damika's potato salad. I need to support some Damika's potato salad. Yes, I need to buy some of that. We're going to support Tamerican-owned businesses. That is our job. And at the beginning of the festival, it's going to say, glory to Tameri. Imagine you see this big old giant banner. You might have our flag. You have all of us. I think we should also have a marching band. And the marching band, they can go out throughout the whole festival. You know how what the HBCUs have, the universities? They got drumline, right? So they have the, what's it called? They have the big old, the drums, you know, they go like this. Doo, doo, doo. The big old drummers, and they got the trombones, and they're like, you know, I can't make a noise right now, I'm losing my voice. But we should have the flutes, the clarinets, all of our instruments. We should have the marching band at the festival. Our own festival. It could be 4 days out of the year, and the whole world can show up. You used to play trombone, that is amazing. All of that, yes, we need an entire marching band. And then we need, what do they call the, what do the women call it that dance? Because I remember when I was in college and high school. We have the best bands. Yes, we do. We have the best bands in the entire world. Our bands did not originate in Africa. Our bands came from right here. Africa did not have motherfucking clarinets. So they're obviously lying. Try to say that everything was over there. No, they're lying. This shit was over here. We had clarinets, the flutes, the trumpets, trombones. We had the saxophone, the majorettes. Yes, we need to have the majorettes at the festival. We had the guitars, all of that. Over here, exactly true. They lied. The flag girls, we need to have the flag girls too. And the flag girls, they could be rocking the Tamerican flag. Imagine that. Big old giant flag. Whole Tamerican flag. We will all be so proud of ourselves. I say this, that is the next step in our journey. I know many of our teachers, they teach, but now it's time to start building. It's in Jamaica as well. That is amazing. Oh, the whole Jamaica, they'll come over here as well. It really is, it's the Tamericans, but just in modern times, we just call it Tamericans. Okay? And we are the cons. So we can have all of that. We really can. And it starts off with us educating ourselves and getting into the private community that I created for every single one of you. If you are in here, I need you to join our free Discord community. It is called the Kingdom of Tameri on Discord. Okay? Whole free community. We could talk amongst each other. And we could start building together. I need to put some of you in charge of the businesses. Just for that day, they must go back home. Yes. For that day, they ask them to go back home. Oh, you talking about... Yes. Yes, and that's how we build together. That is our job. So I want to say, imagine us having that. And at the beginning, as soon as you get into the gate, we should be giving you your own card. And imagine, or maybe the only ones who are welcome are Tamericans. You'll have your own card, you have to show us, you scan it. All right, now you're open into the gates. Glory to Tameri. The Kingdom of Tameri, yes. Glory to Tameri. You can get into the gates, you might have your own wristband or something. We might give you a wristband. You got the entire festival. You come into the festival, you got your own wristband. You could be a vendor. You know, these things. This is how we start building with one another. And this is what they're afraid of. We're no longer African Americans. We're no longer Black Americans. And we're not, none of that, okay? We're not even Africans. We are Tamericans. We've always been Tamericans our whole life. Always. Always. And that is their biggest fear. I appreciate all of my people for joining up in here. I didn't mean to invite you. We just a live solo live right now. Don't join that much. That was an accident. Okay? But imagine having all of that. Our own vendors. I pull up and, you know, because some of us, if you grew up in California, any of y'all grew up in California, I want to ask, where are my Tamericans from? Where are you from? I'm from Georgia, but I grew up in California, and that's why I talk the way that I do. Where are y'all from? Are y'all from, you know, some of the people, they was from DC, Texas. That's amazing. Where are y'all from? Louisiana. That's amazing. And I know some of y'all, you could bring certain dishes. Have any of y'all, Mississippi, Philadelphia? We are nationwide. That is amazing. Have any of y'all ever had corn on the cob? Philly. You ever had corn on the cob? I grew up in California, and what we would eat, we would have like a big old giant corn. We would have it on a stick, and we would put what's it called, Parmesan cheese, and then they put the mayonnaise. They have some other cheese. They put some chili and some cayenne pepper on it. You North Carolina, you grew up in Georgia, born in New York. That is amazing. Boiled corn, yes. So at the festival, some of us should be selling corn, right? Because we can make all types of corn dishes. We need all of that. We can have, because I need to eat some corn on the cob. I miss that. We pull up to the festival and I get me some corn on the cob and some boiled corn. We need seafood. Yes, we do. You keep corn in the house? We need that. What kind of seafood? What kind of seafood are we talking about? Because we need some fried corn. Yes, we do. What kind of seafood we talking about? I need some seafood too. We need to bring all of our Tamerican dishes to the festival. And we will show the world this is our festival. Yeah, so I'm so hyped too. We're going to start building this now. I believe we could possibly start now. Actually, we could. We could start creating our annual festival now for all of our Tamericans. That'll be the first step. And it'll be maybe 1 day or 4 days out of the year, all of us come up to the festival. We'll have the hotels there. Just like Disney World. You know, Disney, they got their own, you come to Disney, you come to the hotels, and then you all go to Disneyland. Yeah? But thank you. I'm glad I'm getting y'all ready. That's my job, actually. That is my job. That's why I came back to the planet. I have to get us prepared. Right after Juneteenth. Yeah, right after Juneteenth. We're going to replace the whole Juneteenth. Like, they ain't finna have nothing no more. Bring the sausages. We need to have the sausages, you know? Because I know this, not all of our people is vegetarians. You know, some of us, they, you know, if you want to bring the sausage, bring the sausage. We have to bring our Tamerican foods. That's us. A family reunion. Yes, it'll be a family reunion with all of us. So we have to come up with a name together. The name for the festival. It'll be an annual holiday. I believe on this day, all of the children should be let off of school. And I believe none of the adults should be going to work. It'll be a complete day, free. Nobody goes to work. Nobody goes to school. It's our day. Okay? We'll be in charge of all of the businesses. No pork, no beef. And you'll be in charge of that, my sister. You could bring the substitute for that. Because I would need you to be in charge of all the food. Okay? If you're in charge of all the food, that's how we can handle everything. Okay? That's how we start bringing everything back. Okay, what would be the name of this festival? We'll replace it. Ain't no more Juneteenth. It'll be nobody will be in school. You're in? That's what I need your help to do. I'm trying to become vegan, not gonna lie. Well, I'm like, just start off becoming a vegetarian. You ain't gotta be no vegan. You know, because that's hard. That's harder. Yeah, I do not think that it's wrong to eat seafood, you know? Because it depends. Because I still be eating it. I eat fish sometimes. That's what I be eating fish sometimes. I be eating hush puppies. I be eating the fish sandwiches. I be doing that. So I'm just being real with you. That's what we be doing. Fish is good. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Potato salad. Yeah, I would say most of us could be the vegetarian or pescatarian. You know, I believe that you can eat some fish. I don't know about eating raw fish because that shit is crazy. I'm like, we be cooking our food. I don't be eating no raw food. I don't know where they get that from. Wild caught, yes. Yes, wild caught fish. That will be the beginning of our festival. What kind of foods will we bring to the festival? We talked about having seafood, potato salad. What other food? Don't we need to have, like, we talked about corn, but what's some more of our dishes? I just had some yams yesterday. We chopped up, no, was it yams? Yeah, we had a whole yam. We chopped it up. We put that thing in the oven, and we had the collard greens and we had the rice. You see? What kind of food are we talking about? We need some more food. Some watermelon, okay? Mac and cheese, yes, that's my favorite food of all time, mac and cheese. Yes, yes, watermelon is life. Yes, it is. Yes, mac and cheese bacon, that's my favorite food of all time, mac and cheese. Yes, yes, watermelon is life. Yes, it is. Yes, mac and cheese, baked beans, seafood, salad, collard green. We need that. Cabbage, grapes, we need that. That's some delicious. I need some cabbage. That's our delicious foods right there. That's how we start building. Strawberry banana pudding. I need to try that because I ain't never had that before. Strawberry apples. We need to have apple pies, right? Because I love some apple pies. I remember when I was young, I'm living with my great aunt and she was always cooking peach cobbler. Like every time you turn around, she was always cooking peach cobbler and she got the peach out the garden. We would have a whole peach tree and she'd get the peaches out the garden. We'd make a whole peach cobbler. Apples and pears and fried corn and fried cabbage. We need that. So imagine us, we bring back the peach cobbler. We have the cheesecake. Imagine we have the cheesecake. Those will be our foods at the festival. Thank you for liking the live, my sister. I appreciate you. Yes, peach cobbler. How to find the Discord? The Discord is inside of my bio. Click on my bio. You're going to find a Linktree link. And inside the Linktree link, you're going to see at the top, you're going to see my website so you can get your textbook. And below that, you're going to see the Discord link so you can join the Discord. Okay? Because once we start getting into the Discord, all of us can start building together. Because I'm going to write all of this stuff that we needed. I'm going to write it all down. All of our dishes and foods we're going to bring to the festival. All right? So we need peach cobbler. You're welcome, my beautiful sister. Fried chocolate donuts? I ain't never had that. You got to teach me that. My grandma had a plum tree, and she used to make homemade wine out of them. Okay, we need to have that too. We could make homemade, original, organic wine out of plums. That's amazing. Did we have a plum? I don't know if we had a plum tree. So we need to bring the plum trees back. I love plums. So we could have a plum tree. We could have fresh wine at the festival. You know, for all of our grown folks. You know, you could have the fresh wine. You can make the homemade wine out of plums. Pecan pie. We need to have that. I ain't never tried no pecan pie. I'm going to be honest with you. Because I saw the pecans. I'm like, I don't know about that. That's scaring me. I'm looking at the crest. I'm like, man. But we need to bring back the pecan pie. Banana pudding? Yes. That would be good. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. I need to try some pecan pie. I need to try that. Pecan pie. That will be the foods that we have at the festival. Now we're building. And we need to come up with a name for it. A whole name. And once we come up with the name, it could be like the annual... we could have an annual festival and then we need to have an annual holiday. Oh, please try pecan pie. We'll take back to my roots. Okay, I'll try that so I can get back to my roots. The pecan pie. They don't have pecans in Africa. I was in the whole Africa. I didn't see a single pecan. So obviously, the pecan pie did not originate from over there. So they've been lying the whole time. It's always been from over here in Tamari. But with vanilla ice cream? Okay, yeah, I need to try that. Yeah, we can have the fresh ice cream. We can vote on a name. Okay, so yeah, we can come up with a name and we could put a poll and we can start voting together. And we could all vote on a name. Yeah, that would be good. I don't know how to create polls in here. And it'll take some time to come up with a name. But yeah, those are the things that we're going to need. That's amazing. The pecan pie. You know, we need to have apple pies as well. We need to have apple pies, the fresh apples coming straight off the tree. Because you know, when the apples that we had when I was growing up, they didn't have no big old giant apples. They had little small apples. You saw having people. Yes, we are the generation that is going to build the kingdom. Okay, we are reincarnations of our ancestors. We have came back for another lifetime, and it's up to us to take the kingdom. Oh my God, take the kingdom back. It's our job. That is our job, is to rebuild the kingdom. Man, that'll be amazing. Yes, and then we need to be selling clothes. What kind of clothes will we be selling at the kingdom? You know, I know some of our men, we need to be having, you know, we need to have some clothes. What kind of clothes are we going to be selling? Like, what kind of Tamarican clothes? Tamarican pound cake? That's amazing, yes. I love pound cake. I bought some, like a month ago. But we need to have some Tamarican pound cake. We already built it. We have to repossess it. Yes, we do have to repossess it. Yes, we do. What kind of clothes? Like, will we be selling dresses and stuff? Let me see, we got one of them talking about Ukraine. We are not talking about Ukraine right now. We're talking about Tamari. If Ukraine loves us, I appreciate you, but shit. We're building Tamari right now. We are our ancestors living the life that they would have wanted. Yes, we are. We are living the life that our ancestors wanted to live. And that is our job. So these are the things that we're going to do. We have all the type of clothes. I'm thinking about, you know, the clothes is dresses. What kind of dresses do y'all be creating? Because we need some dresses. We need jackets. You'll sell the head covers and the cool blankets. We need that. I know our women, they be wearing the head covers. We need all of that. And we will all support your business. We will make you sell out. You'll sell out really fast. We'll buy all the head covers. I'll give one to my woman. I'm like, here you go, baby. Here's a head cover. And I'll get her one. And we need a blanket. All kinds of our own design. Yes. And we can start designing these things. Man, that's what we are supposed to do. That's what happens when we block out all of the distractions and we remove all of the people who are trying to separate us. Okay? We're not Pan-Africans anymore. That was back in the 1990s, early 2000s. We're not Pan-Africans. We are Tamaricans. And that's it. I'm looking at all of that. So the head covers. Blankets. Our own designs. What other things could we bring? You know, we need. What other things do we create as Tamaricans? I know we need food. That is so important. The food unites us all. All kinds of our own designs. Don't we need filet of fish sandwiches? Because I know we be loving sandwiches. What kind of sandwiches will we be having? Made from linen? Yes, we need to have new blankets made in head wraps made out of linen. These are our natural ways. I'm thinking, don't we need some sandwiches too? Because I know, what kind of sandwiches do we like eating? You be selling shoes and purses? What kind of shoes? Not for no McDonald's, exactly. We're not going to have no McDonald's. We're going to have our own food. We will be creating our own restaurants. We'll be building new restaurants inside of the kingdom. Grand Rising, my sister, welcome back to the live. I appreciate you. Thank you for getting the live to 35,000 likes, my family. I appreciate all of my Tamaricans. Yes. You are here. You're back up here, my sister. We was talking about bringing foods to a new festival that we're going to be creating. And I want to know, what kind of foods would you be bringing? We need to bring new foods. New food. So we was talking about pecan pies, banana pudding. What else we was talking about? Peach cobbler, cabbage, collard greens. I don't think we mentioned sweet potato pie, huh? I don't think we talked about sweet potato pie. Because we need to have some sweet potato pie. We talked about yams. You know? You came out the first time. You got a 3.5K. Yeah, thank you for getting to 35K. I appreciate it. Royal tossed salad. You got to teach me that because I ain't never heard of royal tossed salad. Ham hocks cooked in beans. Teach us that because I'm learning. Let me see. We got another one of these up in here. Let's block them from the live. They will no longer distract us. Sweet potato cheesecake. Now, I ain't never heard of that. You got to teach me that. Now, I'm willing to, I need to buy some of that, some sweet potato cheesecake. That is something that I've never heard before. But we did talk about cheesecake. Sweet potato cheesecake. No distractions. Yes, we must mute and block all of them. So let me see. I need some more moderators. I'm going to make you a moderator, my sister. We're going to have to block some of them. If we see anybody trying to distract us, let's block them from the live completely and let's mute them as well. We are building with each other. And we are removing all distractions. How about Tamarican candy? Yes! We need some Tamarican candy. I found out because I saw a couple of TikTok videos where you know how the candy we be liking, the little, what's it called? It's not fruit roll-ups. It's those, it's not sour punch straws. It's the little flat candy that got the little sugar on it. And some of the people were explaining that you can create this naturally without all the chemicals. Because I know we be liking Tamarican candy as well. Here, we got a few of these cavemen up in here. Let's mute them and let's remove them. Let's block them completely. Taffy. Yeah, so we need to bring some taffy. I'm trying to think. It's called, is it called Sour Bells? Sour Bells? I don't know what it's the name. It's like flat and it has a little sugar on it. Sour Bell? Okay, it is called Sour Bells. Okay, so because I think all it takes is us having fruits. We can make new turmeric candy. And we can make new turmeric candy companies. And we'll support some of you guys' businesses. And we could bring that to the festival. We can, the adults, so they can have the candy, and the children, they can have the candy as well. But this is going to be natural candy and not made out of chemicals. We'll make it out of sugar that's not going to make our teeth rot out. Because I know some of our people, when they be turning and growing older, they have poisoned the candy so much to where once we start growing up and getting older, it starts to, rot our teeth out. It's been killing us. So if we can make a way to where we can have new candy that's not going to harm us, then we can eat the candy all goddamn day. But we still got to brush our goddamn teeth. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you say grapes dipped in fruit? Oh, yeah, we need some of that. Yes, we do. Yes, you can make the belts and fruit roll-ups from fresh fruit. Okay, then I want one of our people to be in charge of that. We need to be in charge of the turmeric candy. And the candy on a stick. I'm going to say, you said that you're in college for HRM and entrepreneurship. I'll start my own turmeric business. That's amazing. And I will help you because I will show you how to do the important things. We will need to have Tamerican-owned businesses. That's how we now bring our power back. Tamerican-owned businesses. So we'll have the Sour Bells. We'll have Tamerican candy, Tamerican foods. I need some sweet potato pie. So whoever can cook that, I'm willing to buy it. I need some Tamerican. You graduate in 2 months? I am proud of you, my sister. That is a great accomplishment. You are about to graduate. That is good. So you will start your own Tamerican business and we could all build this festival together. And we have to decide what state will we put it in? Or would we all travel to a state, or would it be located in many different states so it'll be accessible to all of us? What do you guys think is easier for all of us? If we're going to have festivals, should we have festivals in every state on that day? What do you think is the best way? Should it be in one location we all travel? I'm trying to... You'll expand? Okay. But we'll talk about that together inside of our community then. Move it around? Should it be like how the Olympics, let's get on Discord? Okay, we'll get in Discord and we'll talk about it with each other. I know that the Olympics, they have one location they travel every year. You said small ones and travel only to us? Okay. Yeah, for the ones who can't travel, they can have a small one inside of their state or move around. Let me see. First one should be all of us together. Okay, the first one will be a reunion then. And we'll bring all of our Tamerican businesses. Grand Rising, my sister, I appreciate all of my people in the lives. And I appreciate 37,000 likes. That is amazing. I ain't never had that before in my entire life. You're going to be mobile only? Okay. So we'll have to move around then. Yeah, so that's how we start building this. Our festivals. And we could bring all of our food and we'll bring new clothes. Any of you, we have to teach. I think maybe at the festival, some of the women, thank you so much. Thank you for 37,000 likes, my sister. I appreciate you. Some of us need to teach how to build or braid hair again, okay? Because I was in Africa, and I want you to know, the rest of the world does not know how to do our hair. When they be talking about retwist, they be like, what's a retwist? I ain't never heard of a retwist in my life. So we have to teach retwist because they don't know what the hell a retwist is. Like, we can't even travel and get our hair done because they don't even know what a retwist is. Had Tamerican food truck. Yes, we do need to have a Tamerican food truck as well. You braid hair? You do? Okay, we're going to need that. Because we're going to need new salons and products so we can start building our Tamerican hair. They do. The Africans, they be pulling our hair out. Like, it should be tight as hell. I'm like, damn, that should be hurting. Hair be coming out. Thank you. We need our own everything. Yes, we do. And we do. We need, because I was at one of these festivals. They had a food truck, and it had chili cheese fries, but they made the fries, they had it out of plant-based chili. Like, their chili was made out of some type of beans and stuff. And it was delicious. Ideas coming to action, yes. In medical staff, we would need medical staff. Yes, we will. We will need candles as well so we can fix up the energy inside the houses. Because they've been occupying our land for too long. So we would need, we would need candles. We would also need incense. I know my mom, when I was younger, she had incense all over the whole house. Incense everywhere. Incense. We need that. We had the little incense stand. We had the candles. We had the burning oil. All of that. We had the burning oil so we could make the house smell fresh. And drums. We do need drums for the anthem. Yes, we do. I believe we could also sell little tiny drums for the little children as well. Copper jewelry. Yes, we need to have copper jewelry for the beautiful goddesses. We could have copper rings as well. Copper rings, copper necklaces, copper headbands. Imagine you had a copper headband. You got copper on your hair. You know, all of these things, we can start making them. You make candles and incense by hand? Okay, then we're going to have to start supporting your Tamarican business as well, my brother. We got to support Tamarican businesses. That is amazing. Yes, copper cookware. Oh no, that's amazing. Imagine copper cookware. Yes. You'll make wood and stone jewelry or crystal jewelry. We're going to need that. Yes. We imagine having stone jewelry and crystal jewelry. I mean, we're going to need new crowns as well. If we can have some craftsmen who can show us how to create a new crown. Let me see. Do we got another one up in here? All right, yeah, we got another one of these humans up here, and let's remove them from the live. They always be trying to join our space. We already blocked like 100 of their ass. We will block some more without hesitation. Let me see. We're going to remove this one as well. We're going to mute, and then we're going to block as well. Let's block him. Block. All right, mute. There we go. No distractions. None of them will be able to distract us. All right, so we are back on topic. Yeah, we were talking about jewelry. Yes, thank you, Master. We will block all of them. Jewelry, necklaces, and incense. We need to create more Tamarican products. Don't we need bracelets as well? My mom, every time when I grew up, my mom always, every day, she wore about 8 bracelets on her arm. And I never knew why she did that. You said toe rings? Go ahead, I ain't never heard of that. Always, every day, she wore about 8 bracelets on her arm. And I never knew why she did that. You said toe ring? You said toe ring? So we can do it. Yes, we can. Let me see. Do we got another one up here? Let's block them as well. None of our, we are all Tamaritans up in here. We can get donations as well. So we can start a nonprofit organization for it. And what we can do every year is we can, let's block you and remove you as well. Let me block and then mute. There we go. All right, back on topic. And yes, we can get donations. So we can have a nonprofit if we wanted to, or we could be for profit. But we can take a donation from the nonprofit, and all of the Tamaritans can contribute so we can come to this festival. You know, if we all wanted to unite together, we can create this, and maybe we could pay for some plane tickets. You know, eventually, pay for the plane ticket, pay for the hotel. That don't cost nothing. Hotel, maybe, you know. Eventually, we'll build our own hotels. That's how we'll start, you know, building the kingdom again. We can have all of these things. You're gonna sing at it? We need some singers as well. We need to have the entire stage. Imagine we have the stage and we have big old giant stage. They have this at Disneyland. They have a stage. They got the singer. We might have a couple of singers. We got the microphone. You know, and then we'll have our beautiful goddess singing some beautiful songs. We could sing our original Tamarican song. We could sing Whitney Houston. She's a Tamarican. You know, we could sing some Keisha Cole. You know, some of us, we love Keisha Cole. I'm growing up, I'm in the back seat listening to Keisha Cole. My mom in the front playing Keisha Cole. So we could be singing that. What's some more of our singers? You said someone wants to come up? Right now, we're just having a live where we're talking to our people. Unless, if it's contributing, but I haven't seen them talk in the chat at all. Let me see. Who to type in the chat? Maybe you got some ideas so we can build this Tamarican thing. If you do, then we can bring you up. Okay, no distractions. If we have to. I appreciate all of you for liking the live. We're almost to 40,000 likes. That is amazing. Thank you so much to my Tamaritans. So, yeah, we could have the entire stage with our singers. What kind of songs would we be singing? Like, what's the songs that you all be listening to? Because I know, even in modern times, I don't think that we should be playing the songs that we listen to today. I think that they should be banned because it separates the man from the woman. And I don't think that we should have any songs that degrade ourselves. Okay? Unless we change the lyrics up or something. But we shouldn't have any songs that degrade us. We need to have some uplifting songs. Be songs that freed our spirit. Yeah, so what's some of these songs? Because I know when I listen to these old songs, they be making us feel good about ourselves. Like when we listen to the Temptations. I'm 24. I didn't grow up during no Temptation era, but I looked them up on YouTube, and I'm like, shit. Let me hear some Temptations. Let me start hearing some Boys to Men or something. I need to hear some positive songs. We can make our own songs. Okay, yeah, we need some of that too. Love don't cost a thing. We need that. Love don't cost a thing. We need that. You gotta sing that song on the stage. Vibration music. Yes, we need to have that. Ryan Word. These are our songs. Who are some of the artists that we be listening to? You know, the ones from the 90s and the 2000s. We need to bring some of those songs back. Because those were the songs were positive, and just now they became negative and start making us turn against each other. Deja Vu and Tena Marie. Oh, actually, what's one of because you got me thinking. My sister was playing. Is her name Sade? My sister was playing Sade in the house. Those some of the songs. Deja Vu, yes. We can make our own songs about our ancestors and spiritual. Yeah, we can. But we know some of the songs, they are spiritual and uplifting as well. Cymbal bowls. We need to sell cymbal bowls at the festival so we can improve our vibration. We need to. If someone can be in charge of that, we could sell the cymbal bowls. That'll be amazing. And these are the things that unite us. And this is what they have feared. And I'm glad that the title of this live is No Distractions. They are always trying to separate us and to distract us. We will no longer be arguing with each other. We are all Tamaricans up in here. No more of that distraction nonsense. No more. Okay, so singing bowls. Maybe at the beginning of the festival, should we have different restaurants? Because some of us, we needed some grits. Because I know every day I'm like, man, let me get some grits. I need some raisin toast. Because that'd be delicious. You know, we had the Raisin Bran. We had the toast with the raisins up in there with the cinnamon. We need some of that. We might need some grits and some French toast. Yeah, I love French toast, so we need some French toast. We might put some fruits on top of it, put the blueberries and the strawberries and the mangoes, chop it up. We need to have our natural fruit, so this will be how we start out the festival. Shrimp and grits, we need that. Yeah, we need some shrimp and grits. I love some shrimp and grits. That is delicious. So that could be maybe at the rising when the festival just starts. It might start at like 9 or 8. As soon as people start getting in, and you know we all hungry, we need to get some shrimp and grits and we need some French toast. Those would be like some of the foods that we first start off eating. Yes, we need to have some fresh orange juice. It could be freshly squeezed orange juice. I've been to Mexico, and when I was in Mexico, they asked me, do I want to have some orange juice? I was like, yeah, I want to have some orange juice. They went to the back and they squeezed out the oranges, and that's how they made my juice. I'm like, that's some fresh juice. So we need to have some orange juice, apple juice. What's some of our other juices? We need lemonade. You know, when you go to Africa, if anybody ever went to Africa do not have no goddamn lemonade. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't know what lemonade is? They said, no, we don't know what lemonade is. I'm like, how you not know what lemonade is? Like, don't the whole world drink lemonade? I came to find out that it's only the Tamaricans that drink lemonade. It's just us. Exactly. Mexico didn't even have lemonade either. I'm like, damn. Just Tamari. They didn't have no lemonade. It was, and I love lemonade. That's my favorite drink. How about tea? Yeah, they had tea. They had some sweet tea. Kool-Aid. Yeah, we need to bring some Kool-Aid, but we need to have, it might have to be a little bit better for us because that Kool-Aid be killing us. But I say, yeah, bring Kool-Aid to the festival. Yeah, bring it to the festival. Make some Kool-Aid. We need shrimp and grits. We need Kool-Aid as well. Right? So these are the things that we need to bring to the festival that is going to unite the people. Burning some sage. I'm like, yeah, you can burn. My sister, she be burning sage in the house. And I'm be honest with you. I'm like, what the hell is that smell? Because I'm like, is this an off smell? I'm not used to it. I'm used to incense, but she be burning the sage. And I'm like, that's a different kind of smell. You're right. All they needed was some lemon so they can make some lemonade, but they don't do that. They really don't be making their own drinks. We be having all types of combinations. All they do is get the orange and they squeeze it and they say, all right, that's our juice. But us, we be creating juices. We need to make a special kind of Tamarican burger. Yes, we do. Imagine having a Tamarican burger. Yes, herbs for healing. Yes, these are the things that we need. And I know some of our people, we need, especially for our young men and like if you're in your teenage years and your early 20s, a lot of us get acne, okay? including myself. And we need some natural moisturizer that won't cause us to break out. So we need some dermatologists up here that can help fix that. You said boiling the lemon rinds? Yes, we need that. Dancing praises with the tambourine. Homemade ketchup? Imagine. Yes, we need some homemade ketchup. And we can have the ketchup and the fries. Like, these are the things that we eat. You know? Acne comes from poor gut health. Beef tallow is the best moisturizer. Okay, if you could show us. You know? Because I remember when I was 60 years old, I had acne and stuff. I'm like, man, I can't do this. I can't go to school. I don't like this. Reiki healing. So we need one of our Tamericans to create some new moisturizer that's going to help, you know, the rest of us have some smooth skin. I know we'd be like having some smooth skin. Beef stew or vegetable soup. Hey, if you want to bring both, bring both. You know, these are the things that we're going to bring to the festival. Because I do know this. Not everybody is a vegetarian or vegan. So, you know, some people, they want some beef. So I say, look, but we can have a vote. If they want to bring some beef stew or beef stew, let them bring some beef stew. You already made your own pain medicine? Okay, we need to bring that. Because this is how we're going to help the rest of our people. I know some of our people be having pains. You know, some of my uncles, you know, when they're 50 years old, they have knee pain. You know, so some of the pain medicine can help fix that. Turmeric soap. I think turmeric soap does the best. Because I had some turmeric soap and I'm like, damn, my skin's smooth as hell. Like, I feel like I can show off to my woman now because I got smooth skin. So we'll need some turmeric soap. That's what's going to help a lot of our skin. I know some of our people be using black soap, but sometimes black soap, it'd be tough on the skin. You know, we ain't got, it do be tough on the skin, so we need some turmeric soap as well. Herbs will help. And what kind of herbs are we talking about? Because we need some herbs. Are we talking about, let me see, because don't we got, is a herb, is that mint leaves? Is that a herb or is that a leaf? I don't know. You got to teach me. Elderberry, my mom be talking about elderberry as well. She'd be like, Tassin, you be sure to take some elderberry medicine. I'm like, Mommy, what is that? Right, so these are the things that we would need to do in order to bring to our people. About the Library of Tamari. Yes, Library of Tamari website. It should be archive of Tamaricans uploading their history. Yes, we can do that. Lemongrass, soursop leaves. Okay, if I put avocado seed, rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle, it relieves any pain. Okay, then I would need you to create that and create some bottles and some labels, and our people are gonna buy it. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, not everybody wants to create it. Because we could all chop up our own pineapples and our own mangoes, but we'd be going to the grocery store so we could buy some already chopped up mangoes. Because it's a lot easier. Because that's what I'd be doing. I'm like, so let me get some chopped up mangoes, chopped up pineapple, chopped watermelon. And, you know, I just grab it out the little thing and just start eating it. We do need farmers. Yes, we do. We would need to task one of our Tamaricans so they could be the farmer. Keep the mason jars for everything. We can find farmers. Yes, we can. We can find farmers. A lot of the farmers, they're from the east. My great uncle is a farmer, but he's no longer here. And well, I didn't really want to learn how to farm, but I should have. But a lot of our men, they were farmers. We used to grow corn, and I know he had pumpkins and watermelon inside of our garden, and he had a big old giant garden. So my grandfather, that's what we called him. We called him Granddaddy, and he was a farmer. And I'm pretty sure I have a few cousins who know how to farm, so maybe they can help. You say you could boil the avocado seed and drink the tea to reduce inflammation. Okay, so maybe you can create avocado seed drinking tea, and then you could put it into packets, and that could be your Tamarican-owned business. And we will all support it. We will buy your avocado seeds, your tea. We will buy your tea, and we will drink that. You have a garden also. You also have live chickens. You think that you've been living you've been a living Tamarican all along. Yes, you have. And you've been living off the land. That is amazing. These are the things that we have to bring to our people. Now we're building. We can write all of these things down, and these are what we can start building upon. Don't we also need, we might need to have like competitions and medals or children's games, because if they at the festival, don't they need to be having like a game or something? Even at the festival, we might have because I know some of us, we love football, you know, Some of us love football. We love basketball. My dad, he had us playing basketball when I was younger. We was playing all the sports. And my mom, she made me play football. I'm like, shit, I don't want to play no goddamn football. But she made me play. She said, you can't be just sitting up in my house. Your ass got to go play football. So that's what she had me doing. These are the things that we could do. And we could bring medals and, you know, imagine we could sell little flags or big flags. Every Tamerican should have their own flag. And they could bring it to their house, every single one of us. Yes, we need a reward system. Because every single one of us will be proud. We need a reward system. Maybe we have, let me see, looking forward to no distractions, just our stuff. Exactly. And that is what we're doing now. Almost 40,000 likes. I appreciate you, my brothers and sisters. It's like, damn, this is the most like we ever had. Thank you so much. Thank you. 40,000 likes. Thank you, my family. 45? Let's get 45. Thank you, thank you, thank you. These are the things that we're bringing to our people. And maybe some of us, what are other things that we can create? You know, I know some of our people, they be creating, like, what are the other things? Because we need everything. Imagine we have some of our people, you can sell pots and pans. You know, I know some of our goddesses, they start selling pots and pans. So we're going to need some new pots and pans. You said, put your mom in charge of the games? Okay, I'll put her in charge for the grandkids every year. She be doing the games? Okay. We could put her in charge of the games, and then we could create rewards and ribbons and trophies for the children. Sound healing, yes. Imagine like having, you know, because if you get the first place, we need to have some trophies. I'm gonna be honest, we need to have some trophies if you win the games. Have dog shows. Yeah, we could have a dog show. Yes, we can. Make it something big for the babies, yes. And they would love to come back every year. Every year we'd be looking forward to coming back to the festival. What happened to wooden spoons to cook? You're right, we need to bring back wooden spoons so we can sell wooden spoons. Because I'll be cooking with wooden spoons sometimes. We need to have wooden spoons, yes we do. There's many things that we could sell. Even if you wanted to sell baby diapers, we need to sell diapers. When I was 7 years old, I used to urinate in my bed. I used to pee the bed. So my mom, she said, all right, look, you the only child to pee the bed. You goddamn 7 years old. You were in first grade, Tassim. That is crazy. So she got me some damn pull-ups. And every time I went to school, I didn't have underwear. I had pull-ups. I had a box of pull-ups, and I put the pull-ups on, and I went to school. That's what I had on. I'm telling you the truth. So we need to be selling diapers and pull-ups as well for the little children. And some of our women, you could put our faces on it. We need to have Tamerican-owned diapers and pull-ups. That's what we need. Yes, we do. We need to sell crystals as well. Crystal activation classes. We need to have that. Baby mat changing portable station. Yes, we need to have that. We need to have portable stations so that you can change the diapers. Thank you so much. And I'm just being myself. We need to have our own meditation group. Yes, we could have a meditation area. And then there could be an instructor, a teacher, and she could have a singing bowl. We need to have the nail shop so our goddesses, they could have the nails. And then you could be selling the fingernail polish. And I will say this. I believe that no man should be allowed in the goddamn fingernail shop. Like, what the hell? He should not be allowed in the goddamn nail place. That is an exclusive place for the goddesses. Okay? Crystal activation classes as an activities. Yes, we need to have that. So we need to have sub shops. Yes, we do. In a car wash. Imagine, get your car wash. Shit. Tamari goddamn car wash. Now, for real, we got to keep the man out. He cannot be in the nail area. That's a place for y'all. Because I be seeing the grown men walking around with black fingernail polish. I'm like, that shit is crazy. They done messed up our men. We have to make them back masculine. Bikes for the children. Yes, we got bikes for the kids. Imagine that. Because I had my own bike when I was growing up. When I was 6, I'm 6 years old, and I had training wheels. And I remember we need to have our own transportation as well. Maybe we can have our own planes, but maybe some people are afraid to come on the planes. So maybe we might need to have buses that will drive us to because you said if the first year is we all coming together, we need to have trains and buses. We had go-karts, we need to have go-karts as well. We can have our own train, and you hop on a train, and maybe it could take you to the festival, the annual Tamari Festival. You know, and yes, free breakfast. I believe that every child should eat free. Maybe should it be every child under the age of 12 should eat free? We could have that, you know. Like, what age are we talking about? Because, I think all the babies should be eating for free. Talking about babies or children. Tell us. I don't know if some of the stands, maybe we will pay for it. But yes, I think the children should have some free food. But some of the adults, they going to tell their child to go up to the stand and get some goddamn free food. And then he going to come back for a second plate. Because you know how we do. When we was younger, my mom, we went to go to the buffet restaurant. And at the buffet, the children would eat for free. So every time my mom, I remember I was 14 years old, my mom said, hey, look, no. Act like, was it 12? No, I think it might have been 9. I'm 12. I'm 11 years old. She said, no, you need to act like you're 9. When we come into this restaurant, Tassim, you are going to act like you're 9 because you're going to eat for free. And I said, okay, mommy. Right? And I listened, okay, mommy, I'll eat for free. So when we was at the counter, the waiter, they asked, okay, how many people do you have and how many children? My mom said, okay, we have 2 adults and then we have 4 children. You see? Because our adults, they be taking advantage of that. So she said I had to act like I was 9 and then we had to get up in there for free. That's what we had to do. I'm 9 years old. I might be 11, but shit, I'm 9 today. Right? So that's what we did. We were be honest to do right. Some of our people be taking advantage of that. That's a lack of something. We change the rules. Remember, we got to pay attention to the rules. That is how we do it. Yes, we do. So we might have to limit the amount of plates that you get for free. Because, our people, they got some tricks up their sleeve. They be trying to find all types of loopholes. That's what we be doing. But we can make our own rules. Yes, we'll make our own rules. We'll make our own rules. We will have to. Because, some of our people are some geniuses, so that they will find a way around that. So we will have to make our own rules. What about ice cream? I know some of our people would be like a sundaes and ices. Imagine having a sundae with we put the peanuts on it. We be like in a certain ice cream with the ice cream cones. That's because we've been left out of everything. We got to change that. That's true. We do got to change that. That is true. Show them our money again. I can show you. Our currency. I show you our currency and then we make homemade ice cream. Yes, we could imagine having ice cream stands and cotton candy stands. I'm going to show you the currency real quick. So for the ones who didn't see it, I'm going to show you. The currency is inside of our textbook real quick. And then we're going to go back to talking about what we're going to have at the festival. Yes, we can have Neapolitan ice cream, strawberry ice cream, chocolate ice cream. We need to have the sundaes and, the snow cones. I know for our children, they be like the snow cones, the green snow cone, green flavor, red flavor. They do this at the schools. These are the things that we can create ourselves. Let me see. The tamari, let me pull it up so you can see our money real quick. We had Praline first. You got to tell me what that is. I need to see that. What is that? That is, tell me about that. I would love to bring back our own ice cream because we be loving ice cream. I know some of us, we like the cookies and cream. My mom, she always used to like butter pecan. Every time when she bought ice cream, she bought butter pecan. Every time. Butter pecan. What's the other ice creams that we be eating? Like, what's y'all's favorite ice cream? Oh, you said is it praline or praline? I've never heard of that. That's something new to me. I need to look that up. Is it praline ice cream? Mint chocolate chip. We need to bring the mint chocolate chip ice cream to the festival. Okay, so it's praline? Yes. Our own ice cream. And what else do we have? Don't we need like brownies? Brownies and chocolate chip cookies? Don't we be needing that? Some churros? Y'all ever had a churro? Because we invented everything, so best believe that we invented churros as well. We need to have brownies, the chocolate chips. What other stuff do we be having? We need to have sugar cookies. And what other type of cookies do we be having? Oh, like what's another cookie that we can name? Another cookie. Because I'm looking forward to these. Like, imagine we had these things. Our own cookies. I know we'd be liking that. What's some of our cookies? It'd be like chocolate. It's like a chocolate cookie. It has the white chocolate. Vegan cookies. We need to have the vegan cookies. Yes, we do. You said that's the only ice cream we made and they wanted it? Oh, that's the only ice cream that you made and that they wanted? We need to have that. These are the type of things that we need to create and we need to bring them all back. Double chocolate? Double chocolate, that's a cookie? And we had double chocolate cookies. Praline ice cream. We need to have praline ice cream. These are the things that we will have and the children will have as well at the festival. I'm trying to pull up here it is, the map again, so we will all see it. Okay, there we go. So we can show you our own currency so we can get back on topic. There, where's it at? Bring it back. Okay, here it is. So we can show our own currency. And maybe at the, you know how we be at Chuck E. Cheese? I know maybe some of y'all, when I was younger, my mom used to take me to Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese was my favorite place in the whole world. Chuck E. Cheese. Right, here's our currency. This man looked just like us. Face paintings, yes, we need to have that. So I had to show you, we had our own currency, and this man looked just like us. If you can see, he got curls in his hair. Like, this is our natural ether. This is our hair. We need our fasting hours. Yes, we do need our fasting hours. We need to have face paintings as well. Imagine all the children, they paint the face. We created the Sunday. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Man, we could have the face painting, you know, and they could, you know, paint the faces. Don't be throwing no paint at us. Don't be messing with us. But yeah, we need to have the maybe erasable paint. Paint that erase after a couple hours. Because you know how our children be acting. They sometimes be, you know, we show them a little bit. We give them a little bit of space. A little bit of wiggle room. And they just take advantage of that. You know, they don't start hitting everybody with some goddamn paint. So we need to keep them under adult supervision. Have to. They be taking advantage. You said peanut butter and jam? We got a peanut butter and jam sandwiches at the beginning. We need to have some fresh bread. Bread that tastes delicious. Sundays. And it got me thinking, there was other things that we had. Oh, you know how we be at Chuck E. Cheese and you play little certain games and you get tickets? And then at the tickets you get a little prize? I remember I had that. I'm at the Chuck E. Cheese. I put the little token. We might have some tokens too. A little token machine. We put the token into the machine. I hit the jackpot. Or we had the little basketball games at the Chuck E. Cheese. You know, little carnival, so we could win tickets and eventually win a prize. Make sure we charge this device so this device don't go dead on us. Let me make sure. Hit the charger button. Right. So these are the things that we can all have. At our own festival, our own Tamari festival. And we have to make sure that only Tamaricans are invited. Let me charge this phone real quick. We've been nice for too long and we've been allowing everybody into our environment. I guarantee you, if we try to invite or even allow them through our gates, they will try to mess up our entire event. Like, this is for Tamaricans only. They did it on Juneteenth. I saw a video on Juneteenth. One of the goddamn cavemen, the Hispanics, he came to Juneteenth protesting about the ICE raids and shit. I'm like, motherfucker, this is Juneteenth. What this shit got to do with you? He started talking about that we need to start supporting his ass because they getting deported. I'm like, this is Juneteenth. This ain't got nothing to do with you. So it needs to be the same. I believe we need to have security outside of the doors. And we need to only allow Tamaricans into the event and the festival. It has to be secured by our own people. We need to have strong men outside of the gates. Exactly. We do not care. We need to have, let me fix this. We got to have our strong men. Our men, they got to be tall though. I'm going to be honest with you because we got to bring the tall men. Because we all afraid of somebody if they tall, especially if they got locks. Petting zoos, natural, stop, little Walgreens, colleges, military. Yes, these are the things that we're going to need. Let me make sure that this is all straight. Got our phone charging. There we go. These are the things that we are going to need. You say you tallish? How tall? Because I'm 6'1", but I think we need some people who like be 6'4". Because, you know, especially if they got locks, because we know that they can protect us. But we don't need security. We do need security. If you are for security, we're going to need you for security. We need our animals feed area. We do need to have an animals feed area. Yes, we do. Giants. Yes, we do. We do need to have some giants outside the gates. And we be afraid of, because I be seeing some security guards, and they be having all black on, and they be having locks. And I'm like, don't mess with that man. That man is tall as shit. Don't mess with his ass. Ain't nobody finna mess with him. We be afraid of the ones that they be tall and they got locks. I best believe I ain't mess with their ass. That's our security. Yeah, exactly. Facts. They gonna protect us. That's facts. And you know, we gotta make sure that they strong. You know, they hit the gym every day. So these are the things that we're going to need at our festival. You said animal feeder. What kind of animals are we talking about? We talking about like some rabbits? Because I don't know if we could bring no lions. I don't know if we could bring no lions over there. You know, that might be a little bit too much. I don't think we could bring some, unless if we could bring an elephant. And we wanted to bring an elephant, could we? Birds, we would need to bring birds. We have birds all over South America that are beautiful colors. We could have birds. We might even have some parrots able to talk, and we could communicate with the birds. All types of birds could come to the festival. This will be our festival. We'll have it once every year. And be sure all of the vendors can show up, and we'll have, it's going to be an amazing day. We might have, you know, it might be 1 million people at the festival. Imagine 1 million of us at the whole festival. It's going to be the greatest day. What about the mixed race trying to come? I don't know. We have to talk about that. I think that we would have to talk in the community at our groups if we vote to see if we allow the mixed people to show up. Because we do because that's how they do. They try to get the mixed ones and they say, man, I'm the same, I'm black. And they be saying, I'm black, but I'm half black. We have to talk about that. Because I don't know. You say no? If you say no, I say no as well. Shit, the mixed motherfuckers not allowed. They can go create their own goddamn festival, man. If your hair defies gravity, you can come. Yes, if our hair defies gravity, you can come. We will see. We will see. We would have to have a conversation about that. You say no as well, only pure breed? I'm with it. If you only want pure breed, I'm with the pure breed. The pure breed Tamarikins. Because, you know, they be coming into our areas trying to mess some things up. Thank you for liking the live. I says, thank you, my brother. I'm with it. If you only want to bring the pure breed, I am with it 100%. You know, they had their time. I believe their time is up, you know. Now we taking back the throne. That is where it started. I'm with you 1,000%, my sister. I'm with you 1,000%. I can't, the difference in it sounds like compromise. You're right, it does sound like compromise, you know. They can, if they wanted to, they can create an all mixed festival and only allow mixed people to go over there. You know, I have no problem with that. You know, we don't have any interest attending that. None, because we know that we are the entertainment. Everybody's entertained by us. Everything that we create is always the best. So I guarantee whatever the hell we create is going to be the best. They're all going to want to be a part of it. We can have a date night for the adults in the weddings and having birthday area. Yes, that would be beautiful. I believe we should have a date night for all of the adults. Yes, we should. Date night, yes. And we should all dress up nice, you know? The goddesses, they could have a beautiful dress on. The men, we have a beautiful suit. You know, having a birthday area for the birthdays, yes. We are sought after, that is true. To keep it in our bloodline, yes, we have to keep it in our bloodline. Imagine a date night for the adults, you know? And you could have the music. What's that, the band that was, I know the song is called, I've been talking for a lot, so I ain't even got no voice to speak, but the song is called Candy. It's called Candy. And it's like, it seems like Candy, Candy. What's that song? Because I know that we be hitting, because we need to have our song, we could have our dances too. These are still our dances when they talk about the electric slide. These are our dances. So we need to bring them all back. Let me make sure I charge my computer as well so we don't make sure nothing go dead. It's like Candy, Cameo. Yes, I think we should be playing that song. Let me charge my computer. There we go. Okay, I think we should be playing the Cameo song, the Candy, at our festival. You know, so all of us could dance to it. These are our songs. Praise Dance Like Day, yes. These are our songs. We created these songs. And these songs are not negative. The Cameo, I think that's a positive song. So we could bring that to the festival. And maybe when we're entering the gates, that might be the first song that we playing. You know, that'll welcome all of our people into our annual Timeri Festival. That's how we'll get all of our people up in there. Like, damn, that shit is crunk. Like, let me get up in there. You know? That's what will unite us all. Man, that would be amazing. And make sure that everything is straight with this. Make sure the phone is standing up straight. Dance as we enter. Yes, dance as we enter. That would be amazing. That definitely would. So these are the things that we're going to need. These are our songs. What's another one of our songs? Some of our, I don't remember my mom she used to always play Anthony Hamilton. Any of y'all ever listen to Anthony Hamilton? His name is Charlene, and he said, no matter what the people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. All my life, I can't let go. Can't let go. That's another song. My mom, she would be playing these songs. She would be playing Usher, Anthony Hamilton, playing all these songs. The finest attire, yes. This is what we're going to have inside of our festival, our annual Tamari Festival. We're all going to have identification as we enter to make sure that we ain't got no intruders, you know. So you're right when we said we don't know about the halfies, because that's what I call them. I call them halfies, or they call them hybrids, because that's really their name. They are hybrids. And if you're a hybrid, that means that you ain't us. You a goddamn hybrid. You see what I'm saying? They really are. So the DJ, only the best ribs. Yeah, event coordinators, daycare centers for it. Yes, we're gonna need a DJ. If some of y'all want some ribs, best ribs. There we go. I know, because when I was in my family, they had a small town. This was my great grandparents. They lived in a small town, and they used to always have barbecue ribs and mac and cheese at this restaurant that they ordered. That's what they was eating. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's when I was younger. They was always eating that, and then we had the lima beans, and sometimes we had cabbage and some yams, some candy yams. That was our food. We had candy yams. You know, we gonna need some candy yams. That's our Tamarican food. It should be a 2-day event. Okay, I would like that, a 2-day event. Yeah, it could be, to start it off, because it would be like a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday. Yeah, a 2-day event. That's how it would start. A 2-day event. And we had the hotels, and all of us come back to the event the next day. That's how we all start uniting with one another. It should be a 2-day event. And all of our Tamaritans could show up. That would be amazing. And we would need a daycare so we could watch the babies. One of our goddesses needs to be in charge of that. Bring our money together. Yes, we'll have to bring our money together. You said Jesus asked how many fish and bread they had. Bring our money together. These would be the things. So I guess, because they do this at some events, do you think that we should charge for entry? Because I'm like, don't you have to charge so you can get into Disneyland and Disney World? Should we have, it shouldn't be that much, but should there be an entry fee? Okay, there should be an entry fee. That's why we have vendors, okay? An entry fee with the vendors. Okay, so we'll have an entry fee for all of us. It ain't nothing. All of the vendors, they'll have their specific spots. Yeah, okay. And we'll have to put one of our goddesses to be in charge of the daycare if you got to watch the baby. But I'm like, you at the event, you better bring that baby with you. You see what I'm saying? If you try, just put the baby, you better be pushing the stroller. You're going to be at the whole event, pushing the stroller, push that baby, that's what you're going to have to do. But if you want to put it at the daycare, we might have a daycare. $29 to enter. We got $29 to enter. Yeah, that's a perfect price. $29 to enter. And we got the adult price and then the children's price. Children should be a lot less than that. Or I don't know, should children get in free? What y'all thinking? We have our own money. We will have our own money. Yes. Five children, 5 kids. What you mean by the 5 kids? You talking about 5 kids gonna be getting free? How many? $5 for the children. Okay, it could be $5 for the kids. All right, adults $29, $5 for the children to get in. That would help. Talk about that. Yes, that would help. That's how they get into our Tamari Festival. That would help a lot. All right, so these are the things that we can do. And then as we enter, then we have the vendors. Some people, if we have a few of the artists, they could sell, some of the artists, they can sell their songs, their CDs and their music. Because we're going to need some new singers. We need that. We need some new singers, man. We tired of everybody rapping. I'm be honest with you. Like, what happened to, it's not, how would I say it? Can I even use the word on TikTok? I don't think could I say that word? The G-A-Y? It's not G-A-Y to motherfucking sing. Our people was doing it all in the 2000s. You don't have to rap. Everybody does not have to be a rapper. You said the same thing? Exactly. See, we had that. So we're going to need some new singers, and we're going to bring it to the festival. You know, they just tricked us. That's why they turned everybody into some rappers. We need some new singers, man. New singing groups. Because we used to have the Temptations. And y'all listen to the Temptations? That's all before my time. The Temptations. We had... What's the song? It's Can You Stand the Rain? Like, what's their name? Can You Stand the Rain? What's their singing group name? We need to bring them back. They need to be at the festival. Understand the rap and singing. We need to have... What's the song group name? I forgot the group. We need to have new singing groups. And then we had... I'm trying to figure out all of their names. Turn it into Adult Part After Dark. Yeah, it should be After Dark. Okay, all the kids, they gotta go. You gotta go. But after now, it's time for the adults. Cause I know they did that. What time would adult time start? Is that 11 o'clock? You said turn it into Adult Part After Dark. What time would the adult part be? Okay, 12 o'clock? All right, 12 o'clock will be the adult part. Okay, and yeah, and all the adults, they come out at 12 o'clock. Yes, and all the kids, back to the hotel, back to where you came from. And your babysitter got to watch you. Your big sister. That's what we did. I was watched by my older sister. She watched us. Right? That's what happened. That's who watched us. I would like that. So 12 o'clock, after 12 o'clock, that's when it turns into the adult part. And now you could pop up with all of your drinks and, you know, because some of the adults, they be going crazy. Yeah, I know y'all be loud. Y'all be laughing loud and everything. We got the loudest laugh. We be loud. So, yes, we would have to have the adult part. After dark, and y'all could bring your drinks. And all the things that you all, you know, that we be doing. Dude, what kind of things would there be in an adult part? Like, what kind of stuff is there? Is there... You got me thinking, like, what stuff did we have? Didn't we have... I'm trying to think. Tell me some of the things that would be inside of the adult part after dark at 12 o'clock. What would we have? What would we have at our festival? That's what I'm thinking. What would we have? You got me... Let me see. Do we got another one of these Caucasians up here? Get them up out of here. Get them up out of here. Let me see. Let's get them up out of here right now. No distractions. There we go. Whatever taps into our childhood. Okay. A bunch of campfires. Okay. So y'all thinking bringing it together as a community? So I figure your keys are in here, my brother. Campfires and grounding. Yeah, we could do that. Grounding. Are we going to make, like, you know, some of our people, are we going to make some things at the campfire? Are we going to cook at the campfire? Because, you know, if we talking about coming together with all the adults, will we have, I don't know, too many of us, do we eat s'mores and chocolate and stuff? What other stuff do we be eating if it's dark time? I know some of y'all, we want to get y'all drinks. Yeah, that's a great idea. We coming up with the ideas together. So yeah, thank you, all my family. That is the amazing part about it. We will have our annual festival once per year. We do have great ideas. And I appreciate all of you for these ideas. We're going to write them down and we're going to put them into motion. You know? All of us should have a wristband. I don't know if unless we want to have rides, you know, we'd be going to the fairs. Will we have fairs? Would it be a fair as well? You know how the fairs, they be having some rides where you got the swings? Like the whole world, they come. We might have the swings. Wings, if you want some wings. What kind of wings? Is it lemon pepper wings? Because I'm from Atlanta. That's where I was born. So that's what they had. They had lemon pepper wings. They had hot wings, barbecue wings, sweet chili wings. If you want to have some wings, you can have some wings. All kinds. Mushroom wings. You got to teach me about that because I ain't never had no mushroom wings. Teach us about that. Mushroom wings. That would be amazing. All right, so mushroom wings. $50 do it all? Okay. And we would have the cook. He better he better serve it up. Like, we're gonna need some wings at the end of the day. We need some wings, and we need some fries too. We need some fries. We need some chili cheese fries. And I know some of the people, we could have, I would say this. For those who are not vegetarian, we could have the regular hot dogs. And then for those who are vegetarian, then we have our own vegetarian hot dogs as well for the vegetarians. That sounds good. We can make vegetarian chili cheese dogs as well. You know, the vegetarian chili cheese dog with some fries. You know, hey, it's after dark. We need to get our food up in there. If y'all ever, because I know how to make the vegetarian chili. You ain't never had cauliflower wings? I ain't never had no cauliflower wings. I would love to have that. So we got to bring that to the festival. Cauliflower wings. We would need to have that. And if it's at nighttime, we would need to have pizza as well. What about drinks? I would say we would need to have some drinks. Lion mane buffalo wings. Bring that as well. Yeah, you got to bring that. And you said drinks. What kind of drinks do we be drinking? Yeah, let's tap the live again. Let's tap the live some more. Let's see if we can get it to 45,000. 45,000 likes. Thank you for getting this 40,000 likes, my family. I appreciate you all. Yeah, if you you could bring some liquor. I'm like, not everybody is because I don't drink. We need at least one of us who don't drink. Okay, that's me. I don't drink. I don't do nothing. Right? But yes, we should bring liquor to it as well. Right? And you talked about it. We said at our festival how your grandparents, they were making their own wine. That we should create our own wine. If for the adults, if they want to have adult night, we should have some fresh wine made out of the plums, you know, and for the adults to drink. It has to all be a thought first. Yeah, it has to be a thought, and then we manufacture. Yes, that's what we will have. So yeah, I would say we would have the wine. I believe that, you know, because if you wanted to, you could even have a dinner. You know, some of the adults can party, and some of them can have a dinner if you wanted to, or some of them could be at the campfire. You know, and some of the things, we would need some mashed potatoes. You know, I know we love mashed potatoes, some of our people. We need mashed potato, we need some rice. I don't know if we be eating, because I don't do it. We Tamericans. I haven't seen too many Tamericans eating fufu. You know the shit that you got to grab it with your hands, you got to dip it into the sauce and eat it with your hands? I ain't see too many of us doing that. So, I don't know if we're going to bring that there, or if the Haitians want to come and the Haitians want to bring their goddamn fufu. Because if you want, you are all welcome to bring your goddamn fufu. I just ain't never seen us doing it. Different sections, different events. Yeah, we could do that. Because, you know, Jamaicans, they do got their own Jamaican food. Some of them be eating banana peels. No, they don't eat it. It's called plantains. They eat plantain. They don't be eating the peels. I always thought it was the peel. But they eating the plantains. And they had their own, you know. We could have salmon croquettes. Y'all know what salmon croquettes are? This little salmon croquettes, and we could fry it with some rice. Salmon croquettes, and we be having, or you could have the salmon with the fish. Yeah, the chat was moving earlier. I'm like, it's all good. It's good. Now we talking about the event, though. We talking about the event. And yeah, we was moving. The event. We were going to set an event. Yeah, Haitians cook good. So I guess we would have to bring in the Haitians. They could bring in the Haitian foods, and then we would bring in our Tamarican foods. Well, thank you for joining my family. Get back to work. Get back to work. We're all going to prepare this event. Leave you a follow. I appreciate you. We're all going to prepare this event together. This will be the annual Tamari event, and all of us are going to bring our food. So we'll have the Jamaicans. Yeah, they'll come, and they'll bring their foods and their dishes. We got to get back to the living waters. They can teach us voodoo to defeat the beast. Yes, they can teach us voodoo. I guess we do need to have voodoo training classes so then we could defeat the beast. Voodoo training schools. Yes, we need to have all of that. Imagine, we could have an entire training class for that. And they could train us. They can teach us. And tell me, what's some of the foods that the Haitians be cooking? Because I never tried it. I have had Jamaican food. And the Jamaicans, they had jollof rice. And then they had the cabbages, the corn, and some type of beans. And then they had some mac and cheese. Their mac and cheese was different, though. I wasn't too used to their mac and cheese. I'm like, I ain't never had that mac and cheese before. That's Jamaican mac and cheese. That's not Tamarican mac and cheese. Our shit is way better than theirs. You gotta let it be known. We Tamericans, we make the best mac and cheese in the entire world. A beach outside in the back. That would mean we would have to put a location by the beach, or we would have to create our own beach. You see? The best. Yes, we do make the best. Many of us are from the South. The South, we do be making that good mac and cheese. Yes, we do. My whole family, they be making that mac and cheese. They make sure that the crust is at the top, putting it in the oven. Yes, they do. That should be delicious. So these are our foods. We need to bring the cornbread. We need to also bring the yeast rolls. Any of y'all ever had the rolls? Butter rolls, you put the butter and it'd be the yeast rolls. Some of us be having Hawaiian rolls. We need to have that. I know I love me some Hawaiian rolls. It'd be the sweet bread. This would be good for our people. And then, what other foods do we have? And you said a beach. Are we going to make the beach, or do you want to put the location at like a beach? Because I'm like, if we talking about a beach, that's going to be a lot. Unless we putting it in a different country. They only had 2 eggs. And you said everybody changed their schedule to get more. Yeah. Some of y'all be putting. I don't know how to cook mac and cheese. I know my mom and my auntie, they be cooking mac and cheese. They be making good mac and cheese. My auntie. Yeah, so we got to see what they be doing to make the best mac and cheese, because we have to make the best mac and cheese. Yes, oh, that's mac and cheese. Yes, that mac and cheese. We have to make the best mac and cheese. So we get more of us up in here. Yeah, the best mac and cheese. Right, so these are the things that we're going to need to be having. My brother, you can hear me? Okay, so our mac and cheese. So this is what we have to bring to our people, and this is the start of it all. I believe that we will come up with a name inside of the Discord channel, so then we can all unite and come together. And every time we go live, we will be sharing it within the Discord so all of our people can come and join. It'll be a community event. And these are the things. So I know some of us, we got to get back to work now. So I think we can go live later on. We've been live for a couple hours. We can have a live later on today. We can come up with some plans and we can talk together in Discord. I want to say I appreciate all of my Tamericans. I appreciate you all for being a part of the live. We are now uniting with one another, and it's the most beautiful thing that we've ever seen in our lives. Thank you. And I want to say thank you as well. I appreciate you, my sister. I'm going to send you a follow. I appreciate you so much. Follow all of our people. We will get this started. I want you to join the Discord. Click on my profile. Click on the link tree. And then inside the link tree, you're going to see the Discord. And then what you're going to do is you join and you just download the app for free. Okay? Free app, and this is how we all communicate and join together. So I want to say thank you, my Tamericans. And we will build the kingdom. I love you all. Peace, my Tamericans.